Legend. Oh boy, this song, it never gets old, man. It never gets old. Man, big shout out to Faye that actually, was kind enough to produce this fan-made Indez song. What a banger, boys. What a banger. Yo, boys, how are you guys doing? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we already have here Robin, Fabio, Raffle, Rex, Zach, Georgie. How are you guys doing, boys? It's just starting. It is just starting. So today, what are we gonna do, boys? There's gonna be a few reacts that I want to get into it. Also, yesterday we did something that was actually kind of fun, man. So we had anime or animation, which came here yesterday, and it was like, you know what? If you get MVP in the next 3 matches, I'll do. It's like it was like challenges. I think that probably in the future, I will try to actually come up like with the idea. I know that I think it's Laurent also does like some challenges. Usually I never do challenge like that, and probably I'm not gonna do it like the same way. But it kind of made me realize that actually doing some PvP or anything in the game like with an extra purpose was kind of cool. I kind of enjoy that. So maybe like I'll think about it. Yeah, I think I failed one challenge. I won 2 challenges. So yeah, that was kind of cool. And also it was like the first time that I actually played with the Barb like in the past like 4 months. It is still like pretty strong. It is almost the same build that I made like 3 or 4 months ago. So I am glad to see that, your boy in there still does things that stay on the map. I mean, right now, chat, regarding Barb, PvP build is a build that I made many months ago. The PvE build, it is the Frozen Axis, still the meta. It was a build that I made like probably now 8 or 9 months ago. So, yeah, I guess, like the builds that we made for Barb, like they are still long lasting. Like right now, I'm trying to test here out like another build that I've been playing around with, which is using the Immortalize. And like in the past, the Immortalize was also using together with the Lion's Mane. But this one, it is actually using like the new main hand. I am trying it out. I still think that is not as much damage as the Frozen Axis, but it gives like the extra AoE, which is also nice. It's a bit more comfortable to play. It's not as like tanky as the Immortal build, but nothing is more tankier than that one. But here we're talking about damage. So probably today we're gonna be running like some dungeons, some things, and I am also so close to actually go in hit. Look at these boys. I got almost 4,000 loyalty points. Then we obviously have here 600 legacy loyalty points. So I'll probably have, by the time that the Warlock will come, I will have around like 5,000. I should have around 5,000 points, which is it is actually like pretty good. Everything to spend on Warlock? Damn right, boy. Damn right. Not only that, I also have like a bunch of like chests. I also have a lot of like crafting materials. Look at these, boys. I have 6,000 silver ore, iron ore, like stained remains, like rondelites. I am like, this account is it's stacked up. And I believe like in the future, chat, I am very close to hit like 800 legend contracts. So how many contracts do I have? Yeah, I'm close to actually have 800 contracts. But I am planning to actually spend them very, very soon. I kind of want to make like a very good PvP pet. Or a PvE pet. I'll have to decide. Probably like my weakest link right now, it is actually like the PvP pet. Because it's not great. The only thing he has a savior. I actually think that at the time I overpaid a bit for this pet, but I was a bit of a newbie. So I think I bought it for like 30k, which was not a great deal. But yeah, but I bought Tony. Tony was actually a great deal. I think I paid like 80k for this pet, which is pretty freaking good. So maybe we'll try to craft like maybe 1 or 2 pets That's gonna be a long ass stream, bros. The day that I will go and I'll craft the pets, that's gonna be a crazy long day. So yeah, probably it's gonna be like a 6-7 hour stream, right? So how you guys doing, chat? Well, it's been a while since I actually started the stream so early, but the reason is because today there's actually like an important match. So it is Sporting versus Porto for the Portuguese Football Cup. Boys, I used to like never cared about football, and since I married my wife, because she also started watching, and she likes to watch. Now I'm hooked. I'm hooked. I'll probably watch like maybe 70% of all the matches that Sporting did this year, which tells a lot. Listen, I used to probably like watch maybe not even 10%. So, who are you supporting on the Champions League? Well, now that Sporting is gone, I don't give a fuck. To be fair, I don't really care. I don't have like really. I don't really have a team. I used to root for Ronaldo whenever he was in Real Madrid, but now like I don't even know what are the teams. I think it's Arsenal. But fuck Arsenal because they stole Gyökeres, so I don't like them. And also they eliminated Sporting. But I think Arsenal has a big chance to actually win. The other team I think is Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is super strong, man. Like they have like Harry Kane. So they have a lot of them. And there's like 2 more teams. Oh, PSG. Okay, I don't mind PSG because PSG has Vitinha, it has João Neves, which they are Portuguese, like the midfield. So yeah, probably I wouldn't mind PSG to win. Yeah, just because I mean I'm always you always gonna be biased whenever there's like some players from your national team playing there. Yeah. Athletic Madrid. I don't think Athletic is gonna win. It's very unstable though. Holy shit! Fuck. Don't you hate when this happens? This is water, chat. It's not vodka. But whenever you choke on the water, it's actually the worst. I should have said that it was vodka because like that will make me look more manly. But holy shit, bro, I'm crying.
I have the box for company.
A wet deep throat, I know. Jesus. All right. Whew. Hey. I think I think he went by. Boys, I think the Athletic Madrid just actually sent me some karma. As soon as I start talking shit about Athletic Madrid, I start choking on water. Yeah, I'm not saying any bad things about them anymore. Ronaldo's gonna score an hat-trick. I know that Ronaldo is playing like for the Arabic Champions League or whatever. But I don't think like to be honest, boys. Let's be honest. Anything outside of like the European leagues, it's a bit of a meme. Okay, it is. I think we can agree on that. But maybe one day. Let me see. Holy shit. Man, this never happened to me on the stream, and I have like probably 1,000 hours on the stream. I never choked this hard. That's what she says.
A wonderful purchase. Remember us next time.
Show us your best boss build. Right now, I didn't like updated it. I haven't done it in a while. I still like play with a frozen axes most of the times, but I think there is one better now with a cleave main hand, but to be fair, I still like didn't put the time to actually craft the raids build, because like the honest truth, like I am so strong right now that it doesn't matter what I bring to the raids, the bosses are just gonna die. And the only reason why I cannot do the bosses ahead is because I don't have the combat rating. It has like zero to do with my damage. I have like really good damage. I just don't have the combat rating. It's so fucking frustrating. I hate it, man. I hate it. I said to Blizzard in Germany that I hate the combat rating system. It makes PvE be like a major meme. It's insane. But yeah.
Well, you're in the right place.
Yo, what's up, Prometheus? Can you help me? I'm still a bit confused. I mean, it depends on what you're asking, but I have like a bunch of guides. Also, one important thing, if you guys want to join the Discord, you guys over there, like we have like multiple, you know, people that are veteran, others are like also in the same situation that you. Everybody likes to help each other. Yo, Michael, what's up, man? Man, you looking like Jon Snow on the thumbnail? Oh man.
Well, you're in the right
that was a picture that I took in Germany. Yeah, I thought it was looking kind of nice. I wish we will have the server where you and NA could play together. Yeah, I think like for the future of the game, they will have to find a way for them to pretty much, you know, unite all the regions, so all the regions can play together. I think that will eventually happen, because what happens, like, as the player base keeps shrinking, which will happen. I mean, Diablo Immortal is not gonna grow like much more, right? So it's like slowly like shrinking. So you're gonna see not only more server merges, but also region merges. That's what I believe. What level do you open the males to push for the 400? I mean, if you were gonna push for the 1400, sorry, this week, you should already have open. But the thing is, you need to have the first clear raids and gauntlets if you want to push it. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to do it. So you better just save it for the 1400. Some are already 1400 and doing G12. What are the tips to reach to 1400? So for you to reach to 1400, you just have to be an absolute loser. No, I'm joking. First, you gotta need to have a lot of preparation, and you gotta need to have a lot of time on your hands. Okay, and more important than above everything is that you will need to have the first clear raids. Okay, because what you wanna do, you wanna keep pushing. So, first tip is you want to save the XP from your Shadow Wars, your assemblies. You keep them on your mail. Okay, this is one type. Then you also you can also have the fish. The mythical fish is also pretty good. Then you also should have the battle pass saved up. This battle pass is gonna give you crazy experience. Okay, so on the previous Monday, you should go and you claim all of these things, and then you're gonna be maybe 1394, 1395. So then what you can do is you actually can go to Ereban and you push until like 1390, 96, and maybe like 1 or 2 million XP. And once you reach there, okay, 1396, and you're here like this 1 or 2 million XP, then you're gonna do the first clears, okay? So you cleared the gauntlet one and you cleared your raids. And you're done. And you're 1400. And the reason why you need the first clears is because if you guys see here, if I click here, right now I have a penalty of 10%. And then it's going to be 5%, and then it's going to be 1%, okay? So the first clear rates will give you, I think it's 2 million XP per clear. And it doesn't get any XP penalty. So It's like you receive the full XP based on that cleared. The thing is, chat, honestly, it is a waste of time, in my opinion. You don't get like literally almost any benefit from doing that. So I just don't see the point. I think honestly it is a bit of a waste of time. You'd rather just wait a few more days until next Monday and then boom, you just get it. You know? Do you think that this game is gonna be dead soon? It's not gonna be dead soon, but like any game over the years, it just keeps like shrinking, you know? It's just like the normal progression, like the life cycle of a game. I still think that Diablo Immortal is gonna be here with a pretty active small community for like the next five years. Unless they do something radical and they start promoting the game like crazy. I'll tell you, like, Diablo Immortal, listen chat, so you guys understand this. I was in Germany, right? I was at the Diablo Immortal booth. Most people, they didn't even knew that Diablo Immortal exists. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even knew that exists. And they were like, oh shit, I played like Diablo 2 back in the day. Or I played Diablo 3. Oh, they have a mobile. So you have to understand, like, we are talking about like the most normie gamers, right? And a lot of people, they don't even knew after 4 years of being out that the game exists, right? Much rather like even play it. So whenever they actually play the game, most of people that were playing the game on the booth, they were actually surprised at how good it feels to play on the phone, you know? So for me, like, that was crazy, and it showed to me how small Diablo Immortal really is in a bigger picture, right? Because I didn't see this chat. I spoke with dozens, maybe 100 people, right? Maybe even more. Not a single person played Diablo Immortal. Never played Diablo Immortal. I didn't see, I didn't had a single interaction in Germany that someone came to me and said, yo, Indez, what's up, brother? I love your videos. I also play Diablo Immortal. No. No one. No one. So, you can see this as a bad thing, but from my perspective, I see it, bro. There is so much more opportunity for people, for Blizzard to gather more players. There are so many people out there that probably they will be interested in playing Diablo Immortal. So we just need to find a better way to promote the game in a more efficient way, you know? But you ask to any player if they know Raid Shadow Legends, every fucking gamer knows it. You know what I'm saying? So there is a marketing concept that it's this, right? The same goes for content creators. The worst thing that can happen to anything that wants to be popular is being unknown. Obscurity is literally the worst thing. So you want people to hate your game, or you want them to love your game, okay? You don't want them to not know your game, or you don't want them to be neutral to your game, like, I don't care, right? I think I have Keons right now, right? I think I got Keons now. Yo, Kraken Doc, what's up, brother? My man. How are you doing? But you have a meeting with Lawrence, brother twin? Oh my god, that was fucking hilarious. They actually cracked me up. Lipstick was too far from where I am. No, I understand. And the thing is, like a lot of people that were there, they were, I will say, chat, you know what was the crazy part? I think you can also see on my live stream, especially on the LAN party. On the LAN party, there was like probably 1,000 people that brought their PCs, maybe a few hundred. I don't know. But the crazy part is that I did not see a single youngster. Not one. Like I didn't see a guy on his 20s. So I didn't see the version of the kid that I was back in the day whenever I used to go to LAN parties. Everybody that was there, it was like literally late 20s, mid 30s. So the guys that still go to LAN parties, they are probably the kids, you know, from 20 years ago that they used to bring their PCs to their friend's house or to the high school LAN party or whatever. That was funny. So I think like the newer generation like literally doesn't give a fuck. They don't even understand. Like they are like, bro, are you stupid? Why do you even go to a LAN party whenever you have like internet, right? What is a LAN party? Okay, LAN party, it is whenever you bring your PC and then we are playing on it's like you play on a private network, right? So we connect all the PCs to the same server and we are playing without ping, without internet connection or anything. We're just playing together. Local area network. Yes, yeah, exactly. That's how it says. So this was like very, very popular back in the day. Even is like in more like gamer conventions. So I used to play like a ton of Counter-Strike, bro. Counter-Strike 1.5, 1.6, Source. Then I played, there was another game which was like IGI2. Then I played America's Army. Yeah, it was a lot of FPS. FPS were the shit back then. So I used to save your D2 in a floppy disk. I mean, Counter-Strike in the Internet Club, waste time. Oh man, it was kind of fun. It was like actually really fun though. I definitely enjoyed it. But you know, like it was quite surprising to see that there are still like so many players they know the thing is like most people, they know Diablo, you know, which is already a good thing. They at least they know Diablo, but they don't really know that Diablo has this mobile version, right? So a few players that I was speaking, they actually got surprised that you know, you could play Diablo on the phone. So it's kind of weird, right? But I guess like it kind of makes sense, because if you are like a casual gamer, the casual gamers, they don't follow like they usually don't follow a lot of like gaming news. You know, they don't follow like these things. So I mean, I've been a gamer that I've been following like gaming news and streamers and this and that. So for many years, so I'm pretty. I know the history in a way, even like the previous dramas, but most people, they don't, you know. So they don't even understand that like Diablo Immortal is pay to win and this and that. That's why I tell you guys that whenever like some people say these statements like, oh, the reason why people don't play Diablo Immortal, it is because it is pay to win, or because it's that. It's like actually really not. I think of the major reason from what I saw in real life outside of the internet is actually a lot of more people don't play it because they don't even know that the game exists. Honestly, that's kind of crazy to say, but I think that's like one of the major reasons. It's like they don't even know that it exists. Did you get a test run on the Warlock? No, not yet. At least not yet. Not yet. You're live now, kind of soon. Usually, I used to come live all the time at this hour. Then over the time, I kept pushing forward, but I kind of want to start doing it a bit earlier. Yeah. I want, at least, I want to get into this. I want to work in the morning, and then I want to have lunch. I want to go to the gym, and then I want to stream, and then I want to have dinner. I want to work a bit more, and I want to spend some time with my wife. That's the kind of routine that I'll try to get. I literally didn't know that they existed until 6 months ago. Yeah, you see? That's wild. That's wild. But that's the thing. Also, like, there are so many games all the time, man. And I still, bro, I will die on this sword. I think, like, if you actually start playing Diablo Immortal at the start, it's a good game, man. Like, you can have some at 6 months to a year of, like, having a lot of fun, progressing your character, this and that. Without, I'm not even saying that you need to pay anything. I'm just saying, like, to progress with it. Over the time, obviously, you're gonna get into a bit of a wall. That things are gonna get slower. But it's still, I mean, still pretty nice. But not as nice and Kraken Doc coming up with a 10-month subscription. Yo, brother. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Wall of Legends once again, man. My boy Kraken Doc joining the Wall of Legends. You had the I downloaded for 6-8 months before I even played it. Yeah, that happens a lot. I feel like, especially with mobile gamers, they are very different than PC gamers. Like, and also they are, like, way more impulsive. So a lot of times what I used to do, like, it's like I have my PC gamer brain and then I have my mobile gamer brain. So what I mean by this, if I go to the App Store, sometimes I just download like 2 or 3 games and I play them maybe for like 30 minutes. And if there is a single thing that I don't like, I am closing it and I'm deleting it. Like, instantly. I don't even think about it. I like, oh, this has this annoying thing. I'm not even playing. Next. That's what I do. I used to be a PC gamer, then I fell off. Yeah, now I play mobile games on the PC. So I'm like coping, you know? I'm literally coping right now. What are the activities in endgame in WoW? I feel like the endgame is kind of boring. Actually, nothing to do. I mean, like, obviously, World of Warcraft, first of all, is a MMO. You have raids, you have... but also there is a cap, okay? So, you have like, endless grinds in World of Warcraft, right? Like, you have your dailies, you're gonna have reputations to farm, you have transmogs. Like, it is a game with 20 years old, right? So you have like endless side content, like parallel content that you can do. You have battle paths, you have like multiple shit that you can do. But if you're talking about like just vertical progression, which is like your power, the power of your character, usually the way that tends to go is like you go and you farm your dungeons, then you get like your gear from this chest, you have to do multiple activities, you keep progressing, then your character gets strong enough to go to the normal raids, then they have the heroic raids, and then you have the mythical raids. And mythical raids is like super, super hard. You need to be like in a very good guild to even like be able to do it, and you have to be like very good at the game. Then you also have mythical plus dungeons, which is like, imagine if the dungeon has affixes like in Diablo Immortal, but you have levels, right? And you start at level 1, is quite easy, then level 5 is hard, then level 10 it is pretty hard, and level 20 or above is like really freaking hard because everything keeps scaling. So there's a lot of things, like there's a lot of like content. You literally, like, it's MMO, man. MMO, you can literally fucking live your life in them. Like, I played World of Warcraft for 7 years. Yeah, I don't regret it all. But it got to a point that I like now I look at WoW, I don't really recognize the game that I used to play. You play a mobile game on the PC and you stream a mobile on the PC. Yeah, that's the new meta, man. I'm breaking the mold. Enhancement Shaman one shot at level 60 with the Ragnaros. I mean, I think like you have to understand like what kind of experience you're talking about. Like Diablo Immortal. It's not a game to be played like many hours every day, right? It's not. It's not. Maybe in the beginning of the game, you will be able to do that, but eventually you just run out of things to do, like Tang is saying, right? Like you run out of things to do. And you do your dailies, you do your weeklies, and then maybe you can go into battlegrounds and have some fun. You can do some dungeons if you want. But it's not like at the end game, you cannot like, I mean, you can, but like I can spend if I want like 100 hours playing Diablo Immortal, but I don't really need to. Honestly, you don't have to. Like you probably just need maybe 10 hours per week to maintain your account, right? Anything is just you want to play more. And the reason is because it is designed as a mobile game. And the crazy thing is that the majority of the players, so you guys have to understand, if you watch YouTube videos, and especially if you watch streams, you are probably the 0.001% of the player base, which means you are a very dedicated player, right? Like you tend to be a gamer that you like to be involved in the community, you like to interact with the creators, and you get like very involved in the game, okay? So with this, most of the times you tend to be like over the average player. So it's like you're not a casual, you're probably, you know, way like, I'm also not gonna say you're probably super hardcore, but you're more into the hardcore than you're into a very casual, right? But the majority of the player base, like 90%, it is really casual. Listen, chat, whenever I got to know that listen to how crazy this is. Most players in Diablo Immortal, they don't even cap their battle pass. Okay? Over 80% of the player base doesn't cap their battle pass. Okay? So just put that in perspective, right? Like, probably, I would say maybe 40-60% of my chat, you guys probably cap your battle pass in the first 2 days. Maybe 10% in the first day is already capped. Right? Like the literal sweats. But that's not, we are not the representation of like the majority, you know? Like most players, they even think that Diablo Immortal has too much to do. You know? But it has to do everything with the perspective, right? And more than also perspective, it tends to be how many hours do you put in the game, right? And how many hours do you have to put in the game, right? Lol, I cap my DBP on a 1 day grind usually. Yeah, a lot of players, they do. Like I used to, I do most of my grind on Monday, so I don't have to really deal with it later on. It's really hard to not cap your BP. I don't play much, and I can cap my BP like at least half the way through. Yeah.
An ally in the fight against the
fresh meat.
It's just like because the majority of like the player base, it's just like a very casual gamer. And I think like that's also one of the reasons why you have a very like casual community, that you also probably, the viewership on social media, like on YouTube, doesn't represent the exact numbers of how many players we have. Because this is not like Diablo 4, right? Like Diablo 4 player base He has like very sweats, but he also has like some couch dads as well. But in a way, it is nice. It just means like there are more there are more people than we actually think, you know.
They are pinned down. Move in, my blood-sworn. End this insurrection.
A dead end. I'll have to find
The enemy has
I usually end the day with the 10 monster ancestors, 10 abyssal, and 4. So when you play tomorrow, you have the 3 chests basically open. Yeah, I also do something similar. I don't do the abyssal ancestors because the abyssal ancestors, like, it's kind of useless. But I do the monster ancestors because it gives you the guarantee. That I do. You wanna know how much is worth to their ancestors in NA? I don't know, man. You have to ask to someone from NA. Does anyone know, chat? Oh my god, if we didn't kill it. The AI tends to connect the boring content with things that actually progress your account. It's annoying. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of the grind. The thing is this, chat. Probably, whenever you were starting the game, you were probably like struggling. I still remember, like in the first weeks, to struggle a bit, you know. But then you oh my god, I got another disconnect, bro. Fuck this game, bro. Okay, let me do something. Let me go here to the video. Okay, drivers are updated. I think I'm just gonna optimize Diablo Immortal. So Diablo Immortal is gonna look a bit like shit. But for some reason, like, this game keeps crashing. Oh man. Do you think that they will buff the new gem? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I just find like I don't know, like, I don't know why. Dude, it's so annoying. It's like, okay, I'll tell you something that is annoying as a DI creator. Okay, it's like, whenever I tell you guys that our input in things, it's way less than the community actually thinks. It is true. For example, like, you could literally go and ask. You send the description of the gem, and then you say, hey, this gem is gonna be 18% damage and movement speed. And I guarantee you that instantly you will have had at least me, probably Orat, like maybe even like Kill Switch, Lauren, like, just saying that, bro, 18%, it is too low. It's just too fucking low. Also, the movement speed doesn't even stack, so it's useless. It feels like sometimes I feel like Blizzard just gets into this like big L just because they don't. I don't know if they don't have control, and it's probably like they just decide. But it just feels like very weird to me, because it will be so clear to us to say, hey, these should have been at least 24%, at least 24% to be even like considered a decent gem. So I don't think they will. I don't think they will. They will buff it up like. I don't remember a time that they actually buffed the gem after it got released, and it is a big shame. It is a big shame because the Crucible has probably one of the coolest designs in terms of like the gem itself, right? Also, like, the fact that it starts at 30% is fucking cringe. People are so horny about the execute damage. They don't even understand like 70% of the time, like the gem doesn't do any damage. And whenever it procs, especially in PvE, the mob is already dead, but there is a small delay that creates the damage, which most likely is overkill.
I will protect
You know why people like this gem? Because they go to Battlegrounds. They probably are playing with this gem. They are getting literally kill steals, and they feel like they are good players because they are stealing a lot of kills. Meanwhile, most of the people are the ones actually doing the heavy work, and they are the ones stealing the kills.
Are you Kavash? Please be alive. Not let dark. What is
Does Blizzard listen to creator advice or suggest? They do, but it's a very long process. You know,
mists?
things take too long, and I think they should ask us for like some weaker things. Hey, we have these coming out. Like, what do you guys think about like this gem? What do you guys think about like these ancestors? What do you guys think about this nerf? You know, and we could just give like a quick feedback. You know, but that doesn't happen a lot. I wish the devs will make a video explaining why the new gem is good. I don't think it's intended to be good. You know, I think it's I think like the problem I also explained on my video, right? Because I was seeing like so many wild takes about the gem that I literally took my fucking time. Like, it's like almost a 30 minutes video explaining why the gem is actually not fucking good for you. For like nobody actually needs the gem. You can craft it if you really want it, but you don't need it. There are like better options in the game. It's wild. So the major reason why a lot of people probably they get a bit disappointed, you know, it's because like in the past, right? We had the Modern Skull. Modern Skull is insane. 36% damage is absolutely wild. Then you have Crimson Behelit. 30% increased damage, 30% damage reduction with the Feared. Insane. And then now, afterwards, they gave us the Mana Flop. Like, what the fuck? And now they gave us, like, the Crucible. Like, what the fuck? So, it feels to me that they probably regret doing, like, super powerful 2 stars, you know, but it's like that's now the expectation, you know, like they set their fucking expectation that a limited 2-star, and that should be the expectation. Like, the expectation of a limited 2-star gem should be better than a normal 2-star that they are adding to the game. You have 1 month to get it. You should get excited. You should get, fuck, man, I gotta get these. I gotta swipe that card, or I should like start strategizing for a few months to so the next like that's so you get players hyped, man. It's so insane to me. But it is S tier. Yeah, exactly, Lord. Bro, I was with Orit, and I literally was scrolling on YouTube, and I showed the thumbnail. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, I showed to Orit, and we both laughed. We just laughed, you know. And I said, yeah, obviously this is clickbait. Like, obviously, like it was clear, but like I know what was happening. But it's just still fucked up, because if you're a new player, you don't know, right? And I think like that's the small responsibility that I think we have as a creators. It's like, yeah, we can talk like about certain things, we can say, but I think like when you are like misleading players, It's just weird, like, because like new players, they will spend the resources that they probably have been saving for like the past 2 or 3 months, you know, and then they think they are getting something crazy, and they are not. Hey, but is S tier for farming, huh? Yo, it's S tier for farming, boys. Yo, crazy, Chad. Yo, all I want, it is more S tier gems for farming, bro. That's all I want. Insane. So it's just like there are two sides, okay? So then, like, me and Artist, we were talking about this, and it was like this. We were talking, like, because there are two versions, and you can believe on one of them, right? So in version 1, it's like it is clickbait, right? So it's like you portray that it's S tier, but so you get the click, but then you say it's not and it's something else, or you say it's S tier but for farming. Or on the other side, version B, is like you actually legit think it's S tier and you just don't know what the fuck you're talking about, right? So there are only these two possibilities in my mind, right? One, you know the game, you are well informed about the game, and you know what you're doing as a YouTuber, or you really believe in that and it's really your opinion, and you just don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and you're literally just giving bad advice. So, is one of them. Maybe there's a third one, and I'm not even seeing.
Bulkathos.
And the thing is, like, chat, everybody makes mistakes, okay? We are humans, and we are creators, and everybody makes mistakes, okay? And if I make a mistake, I will say it, or I'll put the pinned comment, or I will, you know? I think it's important. Like, if you make a mistake, you just fucking own it. It's like, yo, I thought it was like this, but after all, it was like that, you know? I think that's also part, because, you know, it's just, it is what it is.
That which is broken in you.
I was ready to swap the Bloodsoaked Jade for the new 2 start. Don't do that. Don't do that. But Bottle Hope, I think the Bottle Hope, eventually, it will get power creeped. And I think you're gonna get power creeped as soon as we're gonna have a new 2-star, a new 5-star that will have movement speed, passive movement speed in it. It's not even good for farming. It is good for farming in the alts. Yeah, exactly. It's that niche. So I will say that the gem, for me, I think it is C tier. And it's not F tier because there's still a niche. There's still like a use. It's not absolutely garbage useless, right? There is still a niche for it. And if you are in that niche, it may be good for you. Like, for example, Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter has... they have problems, like, for example, with mobility. It can be a decent gem for them, or maybe like some builds for monk. But the thing is, like, if you have Bottle Hope, probably is not gonna be. I was going to swap Bloodsoaked Jade too until I saw a percentage. Yeah. The thing is, like, the Bloodsoaked Jade, it's like, it's all the time, right? It gives you all the time. So there is no stacking mechanic, right?
Sargoth's prison lies in the depths of the temple. But even here I can feel his foul magic stir.
You know, one thing that I actually learned recently? For all this time, I thought that the movement speed was capped at 50%. But it's not. So the only thing that is capped, it is the 20%, but movement speed doesn't have cap. It can go until like 60%. So is like you can still hit like the 70% if you have 10% passive movement speed and the mount, for example, or the corpse explosion from necromancer. It's crazy.
I am activating the gateway to the final.
It will be great if to use it on the Demon Hunter and combine the 4 pieces seeds, so we can skip the first mechanic with the gem completely. Yeah, probably you can do that. I still learn new stuff all the time. Yeah, they're like some very small niche things that yeah, so sometimes like you just learn as you go. Also, like this is a game that is actually pretty simple, but what it makes it complex, it is mainly like the inconsistencies. The game has so many inconsistencies that it actually makes it like kind of weird. So it's not that you have to, once you get more knowledgeable, because over time you start understanding what it works, what it doesn't work, what is the exception to the rule. Oh, this gem works, but that other gem doesn't work. And oh, this is not strife and that shit is strife. It's like, oh, this gem will work in BGs, but it not. It's like it's like literally all over the place. And that's like why it makes it like confusing sometimes in the eye, you know? Because you try to apply sometimes like the common sense that, oh, if it works here, yeah, then it should work everywhere. But no, there's gonna be like these 2 or 3 exceptions that it will not work. And then that's what you have to learn, so you become like an expert at the game. Yo, Sika, what's up, man? Monkey Boy, party up. I guess we can. Like I'm just bro, I'm just yapping. Listen. On my streams, I'm not even paying attention to the game. I have like so many hours in this game that I literally I can play it to just read in the chat. After almost 3 years, I'm still not sure that what is strifed and is not in PvP. So, yeah, I mean, like, there's that's the thing, and that's like what differentiates usually like good PvP players with bad ones, or not like bad ones, but like people that don't have everything mid-maxed. But the important thing is like you still need to go and double check.
Touch the flame.
Just double check. Any idea when is gonna be the next Mirror Jewels? Oh, let me see here. Let me check here the CEO, Blizzard Text. Yo, when is the next Mirror Jewels? Okay, I sent. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry. He's gonna answer very soon, and I'll let you know. Okay.
My health returns.
It's gonna be an exclusive release. So you're saying I'm not good in PvP?
Must be broken.
yeah, my guy. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Protecting Slavian.
Listen, I will tell you that majority of the players, even the whales, they actually don't know. And it's more than normal. Even, listen, even at the times. So, one really cool thing that me and Orat we did So we were at the bar. My wife was there. We were having beers. And then we started making like a Jeopardy. I think that's what you guys say, right? So he was asking me questions like, oh, what is the secondary effect of the Berserker Eye at rank 10, for example? And then I was like asking him, okay, so what is the name of the Reforged family that has primary attack stuns? You know, like these weird, like shit that nobody like even knows, right? Like, what is the 6 pieces set bonus from Windloff? So we were like literally just asking. Another question was like, what is the 5th gem resonance socketed bonus? So if you go here on the Bloodsoaked Jade, so it was this one here. It was damage increased by 4% to enemies below 30%. So I didn't say this one. I said that it probably was damage done to increase 1% party members. So I thought it was this one, but it was the other one. So that was cool. I think that could be a very cool stream idea, to have like a bunch of creators and they just do like a Jeopardy competition.
You behold the forbidden. For that you shall find.
Can you make a video on the Paragon 1800? If you go to my channel or you go to Lauren's channel, you probably will find, go and check older builds. More important than your Paragon level, it is the difficulty level that you're on right now. That's what it meant. It's just not posted clear everywhere. No, it actually is. So if you go to our Discord, I put it there. So if I show you here, okay, so on my Discord, okay, there's here the Diablo Immortal section. Okay, so there's all the guides, like a wiki. There is the class builds, and there is the resources. And here, on top, there is, yeah, here. So magical effects. This is strife. This is effect summons. So for example, damage against players is not. Damage taken from players is not. Movement speed is not strife. Item based damage, item based life is not strife. Damage to demons, damage to beasts. Okay, so like it's here basically. Every time that you get on my stream, I always get a choppy in their stream, while on the YouTube is perfect. The Twitch is not working, FYI. The Twitch is not working. See. What do you mean it's not working? I'm literally seeing myself right here, creating a... I mean, I'm getting trolled, boys. I'm getting trolled. Fix your internet.
No, not yet.
Did that come from Blizzard or you? It come from like testings. And it was already confirmed by Blizzard. So these things are already been tested like a long time ago. It's not like new knowledge. If this ever works, I don't know, brother. I don't know what to tell you. But you know, happy for you, man, that YouTube works then. Oh my god, chat. Look at my wife. She got me here some grapes and strawberries. I didn't even see. He was so sneaky. He just left it here. He didn't even say hi. How rude. Right, Chad? Come here. They doesn't even say hi. Just drops the fruits.
Step forward and meet my blade.
Maybe she was in stealth. Maybe. You know what? So I brought her with me to Germany. So she was the cameraman during the live stream. But she was like, man, I feel like I want to become a gamer. So not to play Diablo. Okay, she doesn't want to play Diablo, but I got a Nintendo Switch. So maybe I thought about like buying like a cute game or something like that for her to play on Switch. That could be cool. Peter Jules tomorrow? Nobody knows. Just keep 10 legendary crests with you all the time and you don't have to worry about asking it any longer.
I'm healed.
That's what I do. Are you using the Undying Pants in dungeons? No, not on this one. I mean, I don't die often. I rarely died, so... I'm using a different build. I'm using the one with Demoralize and the new Demoralize main hand. I'm just testing it out, so I don't even think that this is actually better than the Frozen Axes, but...
And those shaman are beyond my reach. Killing their reinforcements sure angered them. Now, if I can just avoid the
I think that this build gets better with a higher resonance as you go.
didn't stand a chance.
Because this essence increases your damage based on your maximum life. You know?
My health returns.
And the thing is like watching the red all the time kind of annoys me. That's why I don't like to play with that build all the time. They should bring they should get an option for us to at least to put like the opacity a bit lower on the red alerts whenever you are at low HP. Jacob is a free-to-play goat. Let me see. Man, look at this free-to-play, baby. 10k rezo, 9,000 armor pen. My man. Free-to-play, boys. What is playing with? Oh, he's playing with Undying Rage.
Strong spirit. Yes. With your
So he's playing with... Wait, are you playing without a sprint? What?
past, come, scream to its song.
Why are you playing without a sprint? Huh? What is he getting like the movement speed? Wait, I'm so confused. I mean, it's just an AFK on the dungeon, so probably that's why. It doesn't need the movement speed because he's AFK, you know. So if you don't move, it's like you don't need movement speed, right? So it makes sense. From the helmet? Oh, from the Undying Rage helmet? Maybe. No. It's the Demoralize. It's the Demoralize. Look at it. Yeah, no, it doesn't have. Oh no. Okay, no, you get here. You get from the blood seizure. But I don't think you get a lot. Mm. Give me a second. So skills. Mm. Okay, so for each bleeding target, you get 40%. So you don't get 70% movement speed. Okay. I mean, we can try it. But the major issue is that how does he apply the damage to loss of control? Right? Like the biggest thing about these spans is that you apply the damage to loss of control because you chill. And there is no other way. I mean, I can try it. I mean, I'm fucking bored, so. Okay, you're already using these. Then he was using Lion's Mane. Undying Pants. Oh, but this is like so obnoxious, man. Like you cannot heal yourself. You don't heal yourself and you don't have sprints. So which means that most likely sorry guys, even if we're gonna do a lot of damage, we're not gonna be able to heal ourselves, right? You post your build on the barb section. Let me see. Oh, using the why you have double healing, man? Like you should be using ox thorns. Like these are overlap. I think you can make it better. Definitely you can make it better. Check my immortal build. It's gonna be better than that.
I will protect you.
Try the cleave build. I can try the cleave build. But the cleave build is mainly for single targets.
Mother, somebody help me.
Okay, the speed is not that bad. Oh wait, we are faster because we're smaller.
Watch out.
Yeah, so like the live, listen, playing with a red screen all the time is just cancer. Yeah, I don't know about this one, boys. I think the variation that I was playing probably is better.
Go now.
I've been playing for almost 3 weeks. You are 1200 rezo, not free to play. Yeah, I already spent 600 bucks. How much time do you think it takes you to get to 5,000? Time? It will take you a while, man. I mean, it depends how much money you have. But before you start spending money like crazy,
Villagers are further down.
make sure that if you already gonna spend the money anyways, that you're gonna spend it like in a nicer way. You know? That you know what you're spending on.
This must be where they're keeping the villagers.
But probably will take you a couple of thousands, if I have to guess.
My health returns.
Yeah, not a real fan, man. Like the fact that we get to the red screen without the healing, it's just like a turn off for me.
What has she done?
Try out my dungeon build. I already told you, Monkey, there's so many things wrong with your build that I don't need to try it out. Also, you're using 4 pieces restoration, and you're not even using like 4 pieces seeds, which sucks.
Eyes. Stop at me.
Now we're gonna change. We gotta definitely change back. I don't. The only reason why, in my opinion, you use these pants is if you just want to play with Aurora Persuasion and you don't want to tank it. You just want to chill. Aside from that, fine. All right. All right, let's change the build. You say more like 10,000?
I have much to show you.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't spend on the game, so like I don't really know what are the costs of things. I know it starts like scaling up like crazy. That you probably can reach to 3,000 like really fast. And then after 3,000, it gets like really expensive, everything. Yeah, I'm gonna change to this one.
To unravel. At least you are not rash.
Yeah, this one was giving me more damage, way more damage. The reason is because the sprint, the cold sprint, gives me the damage to loss of control, and because I have a lot on my weapons and on my reforges, like I just get like 1.5, 1.6 million damage on my whirlwind.
Are you?
Can I ask you, where do you farm more XP in dungeon on Ereban? Ereban by a mile. XP in dungeons is probably like the worst place to do it. You barely get any XP here.
I'm here, Noah.
It really depends how fast you want to get there. You can spend 100k, but it not take much time. Yeah, like because it gets to a point that like you're gonna be out of packs, and probably the only thing you can buy it is or platinum or the orbs, right? In general, I will say, listen, if you've been playing this game for 3 weeks, just first learn the game, check it out if you actually really like it, understand it, and once you understand the game and you know the game is really good for you, then you probably will go to 5,000 because if you are like 2,000 resonance, 2,000 resonance, as long as you have like the right build, you're gonna be fine, man.
Please, save them.
It's more about the knowledge of how to build a account properly than how much money you have.
Soon all will burn, and I will.
But of course, like later on, once you have the knowledge and you have the money to back it up, man, then yeah. Let me kill this bad boy. And I wanted to get like something good out of this farming session, but I don't know if I will. Give me a second. All right. Yost, what's up, Platons? How you doing, brother?
I have much. Caution is often wise. I have much to
Let me try something. I'm gonna go with this one right now. I'm gonna try it out.
An ally in the
I think
fight
like the
against
demoralize
Indians.
with the resolution dots, it is actually very powerful, especially if you are a big whale. But for me, I always found it out that I don't do like as much damage.
Sargoth's prison lies in the depths of the temple. But even here, I can feel his foul magic.
I wonder if Barry and Lonnie are playing the same game. Yeah, probably they went on a honeymoon together.
The barriers that block us also serve to hold back his power. When one is breached, the others bear the strain.
I'll advise you to not keep spending. I spend a decent amount. Now I hardly play unless you are just a millionaire. And it's better to just be free to play and enjoy the game. I mean, it will always depend on what kind of player you are, you know?
Well done, champion.
But the thing is, like, in the beginning of the game, like, you will always think that, okay, if I put more money, I'll become stronger, right? That's, like, usually the correlation that in most games are like that. And in Diablo Immortal is also like that. But the amount of times that I did some coaching to a few whales that they put, like, tens of thousands in the wrong place, like, in the wrong jams and in the wrong reforge. Oh, my God. It kind of breaks my heart to say, like, sometimes that to people, you know. Is that, yeah, you level up this to rank 10, but yeah, it's it's not great. I feel like what is important, like, regarding these games is always to have, like, the casino mindset, right? It's like, understand that you will go there, you're gonna get it, but eventually it's like, once the money is gone, it's gone, you know? And you don't get, but you don't get mad. Oh, you don't get mad because you spend all this money and still getting destroyed by a high res of people. Yeah, but that's like how the game is designed to make you spend more money, right? I always said, like, the best way to play these video games or mobile games in this case, it is or as a free to play or as you are the biggest whale on the block, man. Because if you are in the middle, there's always gonna be a bigger whale than you.
Can hardly breathe. Need to move faster.
And I think, like, that's how these games are designed, you know. They are designed on purpose, like that. So you go to battlegrounds and you're facing, like, these people that are slightly stronger than you. That's why I feel like the matchmaking will never be fixed, because I think a lot of it is psychology and is intentional. To actually makes you feel bad that you're poor or you're weak, you know. It's kind of sad, but I think it's actually, like, a lot of it is on purpose.
You will
And that was the reason why, like, since I started to play like mobile games, probably like what, 8 years ago, I always played it with a free to play, because I know I'm never gonna be the biggest whale in the block. So I'll just have fun. But this doesn't mean, like, if you enjoy the game and you wanna, you know, buy the battle pass, buy a few cosmetics, and you enjoy it, yeah, just get it. Like, if you really enjoy the game and you want to support it, of course. But don't like, understand that if the goal is for you to keep comparing your power with other players, and that now I'm gonna spend 1,000 more euros because I want to be able to beat that guy. Well, once you spend the 1,000 euros, there's gonna be another guy ahead of you that's gonna be strong. So it's like an endless loop until you probably wasted like maybe like $1 million in the game, and then you were the biggest, you know, the biggest whale. But that's a crazy part, chat. Even the biggest whale in Diablo Immortal, or at least one of the biggest in NA, he actually quit the game. He not only had a max out account, he had a max out account plus multiple other accounts around like 8, 9, and 10k reso. That was insane. I don't know why on the matchmaking Blizzard puts me with people over 10k. Is to make you feel like shit. So you swipe that card. You know? That's why. No, I think like what is happening right now in matchmaking, it is actually I think it is a bug. I don't think it's working as intended. Because I'm also having like a few issues here and there regarding that. But once you reach to legend rank and above, yeah, after that you're just gonna play versus whales. Because after legend rank, your resonance and your secondaries and your stats doesn't really matter. Now you are getting in the same lobby with the people around your ranking. You know what I'm saying? So what it matters is your leaderboard points and not really your stats. So you're gonna be in matches that you're gonna have 5, 10, 11, 12,000 K whales. How the fuck, bro? Okay. There is a weird bug with Barb. I don't know what it is. That's unfair for me to match. I mean, the world is unfair, brother. That's just how it is. That's how it is, man. It's like that will always be. There will always be the Achilles ankle of pay-to-win games. It's just like, just enjoy, like, in a pay-to-win game, you have to remove the word fair. You know what I'm saying? Because these games are not fair. They are not designed to be fair. And the sooner, like, I feel like a player realizes that, the happier or the more fun you actually you can have inside the game. You know? Because then you stop caring about that, and then you just focus on your own thing and on your own progression. That's what I do. But I realized this like way before I played Diablo Immortal, by the way. Like, this is not like new to me. Because once you understand the psychology, that it's made that way, so you go and spend more money. I wonder if you are open to start making content on horror stories or similar to that. On horror stories, I am not like really a a fan of like the horror genre. I don't like to get scared. It's like pretty much the thing. I know it's like very popular on YouTube, and I know a lot of kids they like it. I don't know. I'm not saying you're a kid, but it's very popular on the kids things. Probably like I'm sure I could do probably a good job, but it's not like something that I'm passionate about. So at the end of the day, for you to do content about something, you gotta be passionate. Otherwise, you're just gonna fucking go to a mental institution. Matchmaking have to be like 1 and 2k resos with 2 4. Okay, so that will be. So what is your name? Okay, I'm gonna call you One Shot. Okay. Basically, the matchmaking from gold to legend, it is designed that way. But the biggest thing that you have to understand is that there are not enough players to have like very divisive brackets, okay? Because yes, there will be a lot of players probably on the bracket from 1 and 2k reso, but then as it goes higher, there are way lower higher reso players than they are lower reso players, right? So because of that, that's why that's not created. Because at 1k reso, you will have like instant queue to go inside the match. And if you are like, the more money you spend, then you probably will have like 40 an hour of queue. And this already happened in the past. So the only way they were able to solve it is they create both teams. Both teams have a total reso. So imagine each team should have a sum up of 50,000 reso. And then they just like slot in like a few players, like a 8k, a 5k, a 4k, a 6k, a 2 and a 1, for example. And both teams, normally, they will have the same total resonance.
My party grows stronger.
But now, right now, they are I think like they changed something about the matchmaking because of the combat rating, that it's not working properly.
I am ready to fight. Are you?
So whenever you are for example, in the beginning of the PvP season, if you start playing in bronze, silver, and gold, you're gonna find a lot of matches around your resume. But after you reach legend and above, you're gonna start fighting more against more whales. One team could have 213k reso and the rest 2ks. Yeah, that's what sometimes happens in convoy. When you have like two massive whales queuing with each other. Which is like, I think they have to remove the dual queue. Or at least make that dual queue can only queue against other dual queues. But they won't do that because there are not enough players dual queuing. But it is really unfair. Because you go both, if you want to farm like easy like points, you put like 2 bears, 13k reso bear, and you literally just sit on the idle and you both push until the end in convoy. That's all you need to do. Burns was saying it's supposed to be unfair to make you spend more. Yeah, exactly. I still find it like very surprising, like for me, like this discussion between pay to win and free to play and this and that. Especially like in 2026, right? Maybe if it's like your first mobile game, maybe like these things are new to you. But I mean, whenever you are downloading the app and it says in-game purchase and it is a game, there is a 99% chance it's gonna be pay to win. Okay, so before you download it, if you see in-game purchase, just have in mind that game most likely will be pay to win. It doesn't mean that you cannot have fun, but the sooner you accept that these games are pay to win, and that's just how it is, that's how they were designed to make money, and that's their business model, then you probably can still enjoy them. Are you grinding to 1400 tonight? Hell no. If Blizzard makes it worth it to one day to really do the early farm, I will do that. Right now, I'm trying to farm my gear for the Infernal 12. A few pieces. Maybe I'm gonna get something. There's a rank 5 Demon Hunter with only 400 reso. All items is 26. Yeah, so the reason why that happens is because is so lower reso, right? So he's still in the middle of the legend rank. He will still be matching with other people that are like, he's gonna have, like, for example, he's gonna have like half of his games are gonna be against whales, and half of his games are gonna be against like people that are really bad at the game, or not bad, but just starting, you know. So the lower resonance you are, the easier it is to climb on the leaderboard. If they want to make more money to attract more players, I think they have to put prices a bit cheaper. Yeah, I feel like things are a bit expensive, but I don't think here's the disconnect, right? So you're saying that for them to attract more players, they have to make things more cheaper. But the major thing is you only know that the prices are cheaper once they are in the game, right? So once they downloaded it, once they probably played it for a bit and they saw the store and this and that. So probably we're talking about downloading and already playing a few hours until you see the shop. The biggest challenge that games have, it is, and that's what I was saying in the beginning of the stream when I was in Germany, it's like people that they don't even know that Diablo Immortal exists. You know? So prices being lowered, it doesn't attract more players, you know, because they don't you don't really care about that unless like you are already inside the game. $6K orbs is $100. Okay, for me, all I can say is that that's definitely one of the reasons why I don't spend, and I try to show you guys here with my channel that if you guys are patient, if you guys are knowledgeable about the game, and you know what you're doing, you're probably gonna do very well inside the game, even as a free-to-play. But at the end of the day, they also have to make money somehow, right? And I think like the best ways, if you want to be a spender, it is to buy with packs. Don't buy the currency directly. I think that's what also Michael was saying. Don't buy the currency directly. Wait for the packs. Go to Battle.net, which I think they also have like cheaper packs. Why don't Blizzard makes only a free-to-play server? Because they don't make money out of it. Right? And not only they don't make it, they don't make money out of it, but also will create. Listen, I'm all in for that. If there is a free-to-play server tomorrow, I am the first to do an account there, and I will like literally just ditch my main, and I will just play on that server, and I'll try to become like the best free-to-play player. Okay. Absolutely. I love that idea. Okay. Realistically, it will never happen. You know, it's just fantasy thinking. It will split the it's also not good to split the player base. There are already like very little players. And if you remove the free-to-play players and the low spenders out of the main servers where the spenders are, then the spenders, they will not have anyone to flex their wings to, you know? Because a lot of like these things and a lot of like why do you guys think that the wings increase in size? It's not only because it looks cool, but it's a way for you to flex. You know, it's like a status. You know, like you're flexing your wings, or you're flexing your cloak, or you know, everything is like a. So if you don't have barely any players, you're probably not gonna keep spending the money because you have no one to flex on. Is it true that in China their mirror jewels is a 1-day limited every month? Yeah, it's on the 6th. On the 6th of every month. But they have like different rules. Like the Chinese game, it is like the same game, but like actually like quite different in certain things. It doesn't play like the same as we play here on the Western. There is already the free-to-play aspect inside the game, like Challenge of Vehicles. Yeah, I think that's a better route, right? I think the Challenge of Vehicles, I think it was like very popular for a reason. But a lot of whales also, they didn't like it, right? Because I think from a perspective, imagine if like Challenge of the Equals becomes more popular than the Bout of Realms, right? Then it is just devaluing the money that you spend on the game. It is a, listen, Chad, it is a very tricky situation, right? Like, because not everything is so black and white, and everything has consequences, right? But at the end of the day, listen, I love fucking whales, bro. I'm playing this game right now because someone is whaling out and is paying for me to play the game, and I love them. Hey, I love fucking whales, boy. And I'm glad that those people enjoy the game and are in a financial like position that they can do that. But I will also tell you, even if I was in a position to do it, there is something about pay to win that I really despise. But I'm also like mentally fucked up off the head that I enjoy to play these pay to win games as a free to play. So it gives me a lot of satisfaction whenever I go with my free to play account and I win against a pay to win player. It's just like there's something about that I don't know how to describe that. It just feels good. But there is a ceiling. There is a ceiling. At least I will never beat like a 13k max will, okay? But probably if he's like 5k and I'm like 3k, maybe like with the skill, maybe I'm playing like a good class. I like the challenge, boys. Like, if I don't have like any challenge, I just get bored. You're a gamer and a grinder? Yeah, I like the grind. I love the grind. I love it, man. I love the slow and steady wins the race, you know, kind of thing. And it doesn't matter if it's gonna take me 6 months or a year or 3 years or something. I have time until now.
Then we must obtain.
Who's gonna buy my gems if no whales? No, but also you're very right, Platons, because the whales also need the free-to-play players. Because the whale is not gonna go and have fucking 10 alts and farming and blah blah blah. They don't do that, bro. They are busy making money, right? So the free to play, they need the free to plays to actually feed the action house with the gems.
Lies in the depths of the temple.
And low key, I think that's one of the reasons why Blizzard, they don't ban the bots.
Spirits of my breath.
Because the bots probably they also feed a lot the action house. Because without the bots, probably there were not gonna be almost any gems. So yes, free to play need the whales, but also the whales they also need the free to play. You know what I'm saying?
The barriers that block us also serve.
Do you PvP on the mobile or PC? Always on PC.
The others bear the
I only PvP on the mobile, if I'm away from home
his power.
or if I'm trolling.
Summoning.
Not trolling, but just like not playing that, like
Kill the mages.
playing casually.
Ritual will end.
If I'm gonna sweat, I'm gonna play on the PC, 100%. Because it's just like the medium that I'm way more comfortable. I've been playing on the PC like since I was probably 11, right?
Well done, champion. I am activating the gateway to the final chamber.
Marauders of the Ashen Wastes, hear your master's call.
Is Leviathan at risk of getting nerfed? No. Of course not.
The fallen horde is at my command.
Like, why would they nerf Leviathan? It's just like a damage gem. There is nothing like intrinsically OP or broken about that gem. It's just like really strong because it has a high damage multiplier. But you know that's just how it is. But it's not OP. It's just like really strong. Will this game ever die? Listen, everything in life at one stage will die. So yeah, this game will die. I will die. You will die. You know. Do you have already full greens for the next Inferno 12? No, hell no. I don't think I even have. I probably have like 2 or 3 maximum. This is like the first or the second day that I'm farming Inferno 12. I've been busy, man. Not only I've been busy, but also like now they have like this bullshit that I cannot pre-farm earlier on. And I'm not gonna do the rotation and like those things. I don't like that. It's just a waste of my time. So usually I wait for them to lower the combat rating and then I'll go and I will start farming. I have time, chat. I have time. Why Blizzard doesn't make Diablo Immortal a full third-person game? A full third-person game? What do you mean? This is already third-person.
A tower of flesh and bone, veiled beneath the black mists.
This game is really complex. Okay, brother. It's not that complex, okay? You should go play Path of Exile to understand that statement that you're just saying, okay? This is as simple as a ARPG for mobile can get, in my opinion. I think Diablo Immortal has enough complexity, which is like maybe a 3 out of 10, to make it interesting, but it's not complex. Because once you understand like the fundamentals of the game, you will realize what I'm saying. It's just like at the beginning, everything can be like a bit overwhelming and it can seem complex. But it's like anything. Like once someone explains you like the basics, then it's like you will kill it. So a lot of like the coaching sessions that I do, the one-on-ones, it's that. Like once I explain like once or twice like the basics, then they are off on their own. You know, they fix the character, and that's it. What is this build that you're using? Oh, it's a very old build. It's Immortalized. It's like this the Immortalized with Lion's Mane and yeah, this one. And then it's like 4 pieces seeds, 2 Vitus, 2 Restitution Blood. Don't look at my build, chat. Like I am playing with the random build. I am just trying it out, like different things. It's like that's the part that kind of sucks. Like I am at a stage like right now. It's kind of hard for me to even test like builds sometimes because like I'm playing with these, or I'm playing with a frozen axis. I think the frozen axis is still like more powerful. But it's like my character is just like strong enough that everything just starts dying like really quickly. I feel like after I was probably 2000 reso, maybe I will say like the breaking point. I'll tell you specifically. The breaking point, whenever I started to feel like I was like super powerful, was whenever I reached to 1800 reso, and I had like a couple of like the key 5 stars, like 4 or 5 stars. The key one, I had Running Consequence, Bloodsoaked Jade, Blood Flow, and Hunt Coil, and then like I had Mother's Lament, Fervent's Fang, Pain Clasp, and Berserker Eye, and I'm just destroying everything. I feel like after that moment, and have in mind, you also need to have all of your gear like really well with the like mid-max stats and things, but after that, it's just like inflation.
In our world, never. Is this a place where demons are tormented, or birthed, or both?
Do you get Phantom Market cosmetics for free from Blizzard? Yes. Like if you become a Diablo partner, you can get it. But it's not really for free because you have to show that you pulled for it, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's like we give you for free and you play with it and you do content with it. It's like something along those lines. This Inferno, they decrease the CR for the game 2 weeks before the server, so it's no excuses for slackers. Bro, listen, fantastic. I used to be a guy that I used to pre-farm 1000 wisps, like every freaking time. But now, not only I feel like every single difficulty, I've been playing this game for 2 years, right? So I can't imagine how fucking bored like a guy that has been playing this game for 40 years feels to refarm the same green set items once again. Bro, I think they have to find a better way, because like here's how it was in the beginning. Like you're super fucking like you have a massive boner for the game, right? Anything the game throws at you, you're gonna do it. You're like super excited and this and that, right? But then you do it the first time, and it's okay. I guess I'm gonna do it, right? Like I kind of have to do it. But bro, after like you are like a year and a half, 2 years into the game, like I am at that stage that I need to do a dungeon ton, or I need to do something fun for me to even go inside the dungeon. I'm not even joking. Or for example, whenever there was like the first bout of realms that I played on, that gives you a goal. Like I went to the dungeons and I farmed them so hard because I wanted to have like the best gear possible. So that was nice. What you have to do to become immortal? You have to join a very good shadow clan, or one of the top 3 shadow clans, and those shadow clans will beat the immortals and they will become the next immortals. So the way the immortal system works, it's like there is a reign, like the immortal reign, right? So right now there are 3 clans going on and they are reigning, and in 7 weeks, most of the times, or even less, they will get beaten up by the shadows, and now the next shadows that will get to become immortals and keep rotating. That's pretty much how it goes. The best screens you got is from events. Yeah, that's like the other thing. Like the way the game now is designed, I have to share this with you guys because this is absolutely insane. I have been farming like a lot of like like legendaries, okay? Because I was like looking for the ancestors here for the bard, but also because I am collecting a lot of loyalty points for the warlock. And I probably got, and I farmed in the past weeks, maybe like almost 2,000 points. And listen, chat, how many good items do you think I got? So almost 2,000 points should be around, probably I'll say 800 items. Maybe a bit more than 800 items. 800 legendaries that I farm. Okay. How many do you guys think that it is on my gear right now? That I actually equipped it? That I looked at it as like, man, yeah, this is gonna go to my gear. How good is the instant tard? It's not good at all. That's why I use the same 2 and 3 items for everything, and I farm with 4 pieces V2s, 4 pieces Mount Banks, 4 pieces seeds. Yeah, but I cannot do that because like I rather. So here's another trick, by the way. Another trick about the green set items. You don't always have to update them, okay? If you have an item from the previous difficulty that it is best in slot, you will be able to still use it on the next difficulty until you find another one. So what a lot of people do is they have like a best in slot item. Do I have any best in slot here? Probably not. Okay, this is not best in slot. Where the fuck is my okay, I had okay, for example, these boots, right? These boots here are pretty much best in slot, right? Like you cannot get better than this. So if you have a piece like this, please do not delete it. Even if you get like the Inferno 12, unless it's better in terms of stats than this, please do not switch. A lot of people will switch these for like some trash boots, like for example, do I have any trash boots, bro? How the fuck? Okay, like for example, for this, just because it has 2 arrows up. Chat, if you guys know, if I got like a dollar for every time that I heard on the coaching sessions, whenever like they say, oh, but if he has 2 arrows going up, doesn't it mean that it is better? I feel like that's something that the game makes you believe, that if he has these 2 arrows up, you will think that this is better than your current item. And if you don't understand like stats and the way it works, it's very easy for you to build a character that is actually quite trash. Like you're literally using really bad items. Where's my music?
Perhaps next time.
Hello? Wait. Oh, I got it. I was confused. You always use the belt and the feet for Vitus. CC never changes. Because the most important is for the beneficial. Yeah, beneficial and the skill cooldown reduction are the best ones. For me, I always do the bracelets. I never change those.
Welcome, most esteemed patron. Thank you for your visit.
How can you have 100% uptime on the PvP ability duration skill cooldown? You cannot have in PvP. It's really hard to have 100% uptime in PvP because things are strife by 70%. Strife means it's just like reduced by 70%. It's also a way to balance the game in a way. Okay, let me sit a bit. I'm getting a bit tired from me standing. You know what? Actually, oh my god. There is something about like... If I stand for like 2 hours, like right now we're about to hit like 2 hours into the stream. Okay, like right like 2 hours. It's like I can feel it on my legs. So I feel like my benchmark right now, it is 2 hours. After 2 hours, it's I'm dead. You think it's less optimal to have them both on the same set? Huh? What? It is the same thing. You can have as long as you have the like. It doesn't matter where you put them. As long as you have 2 pieces Vitus, it's fine. Because the reason why it's more efficient to do the bracelets is because the bracelets, they barely drop. That's the reason why. They are like the most rare item to drop in dungeons. Meanwhile, belt and boots, they drop like crazy. So the rarest items to drop, it is bracelets. Then it is gonna be rings. And then everything regarding here, like belt, boots, gloves, and this tends to drop a lot. Okay, let me see if I got anything. Okay, we have here 13 items. 3, 2. I don't want these. No. No. Okay, this is a triple. Maybe I can keep it. I'm gonna keep it for combat rating purpose. Okay, this trash. Ooh. Yo. Oh my god, perfect. Yo, look at this ring. 40 willpower strength. Skill cooldown reduction, damage taken from players reduced, and then I can put here movement speed. Jeez, boy, come to mama. Come to mama. All right, that was kind of nice, not gonna lie. 42 willpower, damage done to play. Okay, this. Okay, maybe I'll keep it for now. Yeah, I'm never gonna use Shalbaz, so. So there are said items that now I don't even keep it. Okay, so I'm gonna put here my. Let me see this gear. This is like the 1400 gear. Okay, this is trash. This is trash. I don't think. Maybe I'll just keep it for combat rating. Okay, everything else is trash. Okay. I'll probably will have to clean up my bags later soon, but not now. I saw on YouTube that Blizzard nerfed PK last year. Why did they nerf? I mean, there's always like balance changes. Like things get buffed, things get nerfed. I don't remember what was exactly. But more recently was like the transfusion.
I have much.
Things just
to
get
place
nerfed because
your
they are a bit broken. But they are like too powerful. So it's just normal. I mean, I could do some PvP, but I don't like convoy at all. Honestly, all I need to do is some dungeons. That's the only thing I need to do. Hello? Yeah, I guess the ranking is not showing. The stream is ultra laggy. Is it lagging for you guys? I mean, I'm seeing here like the frames and shit. Like it seems fine. I literally got it open on the side monitor. Not for you? Yeah. I don't think it is as well. Sometimes like it can be like Wi-Fi or something like that.
Not a winning strategy.
So usually I stream and I keep up like my stream open on the side so I can see it if it's lagging or not.
Feel the bite of my steel.
So today my family will come here to watch the match. There's gonna be like sporting for the semi-final
Need to move faster.
of the Portugal Cup. So my team is on a very bad luck streak right now. So they have like 2 losses in a row. It's not looking good. Hopefully they can bring it home. They can bring it home. I think the reason why Twitch lags for you is because Twitch has higher quality and is not like as optimized or like not as compressed as the YouTube. Like the YouTube stream looks so much worse. Like in terms of like fidelity, high fidelity. Especially after I dropped the live stream. Fuck, they compress it and looks like way worse.
You'll never set foot in our world. Never.
Damn, I saw this stream when I came in the morning. Now it's 11 p.m. My man, yo, Aztec, what's up, man? I kind of like sometimes I was missing to just come here and chill with my chat. I've not been doing that a lot because I've been kind of busy offline. But for probably the next days, I'll try to come up and stream a bit earlier. Whenever like Inferno 12, so next week we're probably gonna do the Dungeon Ton. That's gonna be fun. You know what my wife said to me? Like, there's gonna be like very soon, maybe in a couple of weeks, in my city, a Renaissance fair, and she said it will be a very cool idea if I could go and do a IRL stream, dressed up as a barb, and go to the Renaissance fair in the city as a barb. Oh my god, we 100% gonna do that. Me walking in my hometown. Dressed up as a barb is gonna be fun. I want to do cool stuff like that, you know, whenever we get the time. You think there's an option to play 8 versus 8 will be fun to have a stream like in the Super Cup? Yeah, Blizzard already asked me for that, but I'm gonna be very honest with you. The major reason why I never did it is because the spectator mode, it's actually dog shit. And it is super boring to watch. I think it is very boring to watch Diablo Immortal PvP. At least in this current stage, you know? Like, I try to watch a bit of like and I don't think like I don't think it's Echo's fault or like Guinevere or Ezreal. I think they are doing like a great job at trying to like be the ones pioneering and trying to start like those PvP tournaments, which is great. But I think it is just like you cannot like fully understand the action, you know, like you can't. Also like the animation sometimes like you see the guy walking like this, you know, he starts walking like this and you don't even see like what skills is using, what I don't know. It's just like a very like alpha. Maybe if in the future like the spectator mode is a bit more complex and nice, maybe you will do that. I'll tell you something. It will be way more interesting to watch and do a competition, speed run PvE, like we did on the Blizzard boot. Bro, it was so fun. It was so fun. It was so fun. You had like multiple teams actually playing. They had to beat 2 bosses, and then you have like these you had 4 characters and they all were the same, right? So different classes, you could pick like different classes, but they were like all the same. So yeah, it was really cool. And I told like Blizzard, man, it would be so cool to do something like this online. You still loving the werewolf rabbit's might build? Very fast and high DPS. Yeah, that's like one of my favorite builds as well. Whenever it came out, it was like destroying everything. Do you ever sell your terror instances? No, I don't. But I don't sell them because I'm a content creator. If I wasn't a content creator, I'll probably sell. When you alt tab on the PC, it crashes the game. No, it doesn't. Look. I'm literally alt tabbing. I don't know, brother. I think it's probably the problem on your PC. It's not. It's definitely not the game. Is there any timing on the double drops on the gems, or the timing is random? It is random. You're talking about the Winds of Fortune? Rek is saying, did you see my 6 thumb mirror drop? I think I did. I think you posted a while back. Yeah, try Alt Q. Yeah, if you try Alt Q, probably that's gonna fix the problem.
God's army. All I have to do is stitch it shut.
Wait, you can enchant gear? Yes, you can enchant gear if you're rank 30. Here, on this gear here. So whenever you do, you're gonna be able to unlock the feature to enchant. So the enchant feature, you can only re-roll 1 affix. Okay, so 1 of the magic attributes. Simplification when? What is simplification? What? I'm confused. All I... Okay, I have to see which ring did I got, which was best in slot. So I don't pull for it. Yo, Tree. Thank you so much for the follow, brother. By the way, boys, if you guys still didn't like or subscribe or follow, I really appreciate it if you do. It really helps the stream.
Another tale to unravel. Caution is often wise. I have
So
much
stash. Bro, this ring is absolutely crazy. So this is the Fey instrument. So what I'm going to do now, because I don't need that ring anymore. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to change this ring for... Probably I'm going to go with the Vitus Urge though. Yeah, I'm going to go with Vitus. I'm collecting the 4 pieces blood for PvP. Then I'm probably gonna collect the Vitus. Then probably I'm gonna collect maybe mountebanks. I try to collect all of them, but I don't get like best in slot in all of them. Does it make sense?
The Haradrim. You've arrived. Sultan Kul and Tal Rasha are...
Oh, you're talking about the Paragon reset? I mean, I don't know. I didn't heard anything about that. I think if it's gonna come, probably will come with a Warlock. If I have to guess. That's what it makes sense to me.
Welcome, my friends. Come, help me strike down these demons, and we can pursue their master.
The last one was in 2023.
To seek destruction.
No, I don't think it's coming like right now. I think if it comes, we'll come with the... Or with the Warlock, or maybe later on in the year.
All that remains is a sword.
Would you use 4 pieces blood with a banner build? So you mean for Crusader? I wouldn't use 4 pieces blood on the Crusader. Maybe you can use it like with a horse. Maybe because you do like a lot of damage.
Enemies fall before me.
Or you can go like 2 pieces Vitus, 2 pieces Vitus, 2 pieces Mountebanks, and 4 pieces blood. Can be something like that. What will be the difference between Warlock and Necromancer? I mean, we don't know yet the skills, but one, it is like a Necromancer is just with the undead, right? And the Warlock is with demons and chaos magic, right? So it's slightly different. But it's like, if I had to guess, Necromancer and Warlock will be like Monk and Tempest. So on paper, they look like they are similar, but once you play with both of them, they are very different, right?
Another soul stone. Tyrael, he will have answers.
Necro, Affliction, Warlock. No, Necro is not Affliction, Warlock.
Again, but we can have this conversation later.
But inside the Warlock, you could have like Demonology, which is like the demons parts, or also transform into a demon. Then you also have Fire and Chaos. And Shadow. Shadow, Chaos, and Fire. Those are the elements of a Warlock. So Burning damage, Chaos damage, and Shadow damage. I actually don't even know which damage is the Necromancer. Probably Shadow, if I had to guess.
Beneath the black mists.
And I also like I played the Warlock on Diablo 2 whenever it got released. It was fun. It was really fun. I was playing just demonology.
That seal I passed must be broken. But what did that creature...
So whenever like Tempest came out, everyone was saying the same thing. Like, oh, why we need Tempest? This is just gonna be the water monk. You know, why they don't make monk good? Because back then, like, a monk was really, really bad.
What is this profanity? Some form of...
So no Warlock class for the emos?
My health...
Yeah, they are not worth it. All right. I'm so glad that now, most of the times, like, everybody kills these guys. We don't have to go to the naughty room. Would you guys want me to do a Warlock guide? Like how to prepare for the class? The class will come in June, so it's like... it's around the corner. So it'll come like in a month and a half. I don't think like this time I'll go to the States. I'll go to Blizzard HQ, which is sad, but I don't think it's happening. Let's see. But I think like this time they are gonna try to do it online. Man, that will kind of suck. If that will happen, that will kind of suck. Because that was like one of like the biggest perks if you wanted to become like a Diablo partner, is to, you know, go try the new class in the Blizzard headquarters, right? I was able to go once for the Druid. That was fun. Yo, Jonas, what's up, man? How to do properly stash the build when switching back to Warlock. And most of the times when I try a new class and come back to Bard is a bit annoying. There is like no right way to do it because you're gonna change things, especially regarding the gems. So every time that you switch classes, you will always have to take like some time to just adjust like the normal gems and your legendary gem setup and things like that. The only thing I always carry with me, it's like the only thing you have to like really carry is that you are bringing the right items. So right now you have the ancient gear, so these 2 slots you can always bring in, but you just have to care about these other 6 mainly. I get top damage like pretty easily, like in these dungeons.
I shall remember this trespass. How the living suffer.
It's nice that I'm getting to a point that it doesn't really matter if my party it's not that good. I can still like carry most of it. Because I remember like whenever challenge dungeons came out, I used to struggle a bit.
How much farther are the rapids in this hellish jungle?
But now I'm getting, yeah, decently strong. It still takes me some time to kill like everything, but today I made like a very interesting change on my character. They're probably gonna surprise you guys, but I actually removed the crit hit damage runes. So these will give me like 6% crit hit damage, and I removed it for 3% skill damage. The reason was because I was actually going above the cap. So for example here, I have 70%, So in this case, 69, nice. 0.5, and then with the armor penetration, I have 56. So even like this, I'm 6% or 5.5% above the cap. So if I wanted to min-max it, I could remove in some other item, and probably I can even remove even more 10% from here, because I have the manifest carnage, and the manifest carnage gives me another 10% critical hit damage. So ideally, I want to have enough crit damage
The raft is stuck.
to hit the cap whenever I have the blood soak shade on. Sorry, the blood flow on.
If I can just avoid the fire long enough.
At the moment, you don't have many gems, just a few 5-star and 2-stars. Yeah, then it should not be. Then if you don't have a lot of them, then it's even easier, right? What quality is your 5 stars? Most of them are the 4 out of 5 because I use the gem surge. So let me see. Okay, I have the 5 out of 5 Leviathan Tomb because I got really lucky. I have the 4 out of 5 Bloodsoaked Jade because he also dropped, also lucky. But this one, the Hunt Coil, I remember that it dropped me. It dropped a 3 out of 5, and then I just upgraded with the Gem Surge. With the Colossus, I had to buy. I actually bought a copy, a 3 out of 5 from the Action House, and then I used it to upgrade. So if you save up like the crest for like the right moments, you need around like 130 to get like the 4 out of 5. Yo, Tony, what's up, man?
Where shall we go?
Sargoth's prison lies in the depths of the temple.
All right.
His foul magics at work. The spirits of my brethren are
The problem for the free-to-plays is like you get to rank 4, maybe rank 5, and after that it's like really hard to push. It gets crazy hard for the 5 stars.
so serve to hold back his power. When one is
But
the others bear the strain.
we'll reach there eventually, hopefully.
This barrier hero. Kill the mages and the
Oh, there's Corvus. Corvus is happening right now. I can't wait to actually go and do it. Should gem pulls be like a larger number at a time or benches of... Okay, so the way you do Aztec is you have to strategize. So usually you want to hoard a lot of them to pull during the gem search for a certain specific 5-star, okay? So right now, there is the Leviathan Tomb, which is a absolutely S-tier gem. So I was saving already legendary crests. I also didn't pull for the Fated Trail because I didn't want it. It was not S-tier for me. So whenever like it came out, the Leviathan Tomb, I went all in on it. So you have to try to make sure that you actually take advantage out of this. This is like the most important thing. So then you use like these sigils to upgrade the qualities. You see, you can upgrade from 2 to 3, but the mid-max way for the low spender or free-to-play is to actually get 7 try to be lucky, get a copy, a 3 out of 4, a 3 out of 5, or a 4 out of 5, of course, if you already have. But you get a 3 out of 5, and then you upgrade it using 6 sigils. If you get a 4 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5, then you're really lucky, and you just save the sigils. And then you turn them into plat.
I am ready to fight. Are you?
4 and 5 stars is only 100 reso difference at rank 10. So 4 stars is perfectly fine for you. Yeah, I think so. I think like the harder part is the ranks, right? Don't you still have a bunch of press? Yeah, I still have, because I stopped. I got to the Leviathan 5 out of 5, rank 5, and I stopped. I only pulled until the ones that I need. So now I'm already saving for the next 5 star. So if it's gonna be like S tier, then how many crests do I have? I have still 74. The reason I have 74 is because I saved for the Fated Trail, and I didn't pull all of them on the Leviathan Tomb. Now I was able to save a few for the next 5 star, which is a smarter thing to do. It's gonna be better to have like a new 5 star rank 5 than having a rank 6 Leviathan. It will be actually better for my account. And the thing is, like, I don't think 70 crests it is enough for me to get 7 copies. You know, unless I get like fucking insanely lucky, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Is there an efficient guide on collecting crests? The latest methods? The methods are always the same. Like, I think if you go back to my channel, I have like a guide how to get like, I think it's 25 legendary crests per month as a free to play. You can get even more if you are an immortal. Maybe I'll update that guide like soon. But I actually don't think that there is a lot more. I have to check, honestly. Very important is to be in a good clan. Be in a good warband, good clan. It's so important. You spend all your luck on the Leviathan? Yeah, it was crazy. Like, it was absolutely crazy. I don't even think like it's gonna happen again, but I guess you never know. Okay, create party. Okay, Corvus.
Grows stronger.
Corvus on me. I hate to do this, but it is the best thing. Oh, I fucked up. Oh my god, they already are inside? Jesus Christ. Wait, they didn't do this, right? Okay, they didn't do this. My warband is the best. Damn right. Damn right it is, boy. And we got so lucky. Look at this. Perfect Remnants. Manifest Carnage, Typhorus, and Collar of Brutus. That's insane. And you know what is crazy? We actually got a duplicate. How crazy is this? Oh my god. We actually got a duplicate. That's insane. I'm gonna delete these. I don't need these. This one was also pretty good. This one gives like 3% crit. Unfortunately, I don't have it. Let me delete these. The fact that they actually put it, the remnant farming on the dungeons, on the raids is so good. So good. By the way, like, look at these. This one is crazy. The survivor's room, it's like literally 3 gold, 2 blue, and one like this. I really wish that I had something like that for the attacker room. It would be insane. Can you join your warband? I mean, if you are on the Pulse of Wisdom, I think we have some slots. By the way, chat, is my camera like too bright? I was feeling like to have like the blackouts open today. But if it's like too bright on the camera, I can close it. I feel like I just need like some sun. I think like if in the future I get a better camera, probably it won't matter as much. Because like this webcam is like a $50 webcam, like very old. So the way I set it up, like the settings to look as good as it's possible, it's like I had to play with the lights. Plus I also had to customize it for like the darker room. So whenever like the light comes, I think it gets a bit white, but Jodeci is asking right now the drop chance for the 5-star is really good, even if you just get select drop. Is a normal drop rate or better than we usually? No, I don't think the drop chance right now it's better. I think it's just a matter of luck. But whenever you pull the banner for the 50-50, I mean, whenever there is a 5-star, you just get 50% chance of getting the banner gem. So if you really want the Leviathan and you want copies for the Leviathan, this is the best time to get it. Like in the future, it's going to be harder because the Leviathan is going to be part of the gem pool. But for me, like, if I was in a position that I could get like multiple, like if you are a spender, it doesn't really matter. But as a free-to-play or a low spender, you have to like strategize when you should spend your crest, right? So right now, if I spend more crest, will actually be a waste. Even if I get copies for the Leviathan Surge, because then I will not have enough crests to probably get the next 5-star to rank 5 and have enough points on the gem surge to make it 4 out of 5. Yo, Bogdan, what's up, man? I'm playing back after a long break. All these new gems and mine are relevant. I zero desire to rebuild it after taking mine to rank 8. Yeah, that's how it is, Bog. Unfortunately, like any game, I mean, listen, the same way as you moved on with life, the game also moves on, you know? That's just how it is. If the new gems are not better than the older ones, like probably like 2 years ago or whatever, right? Then like why people will keep playing the game? Like, you know what I'm saying? And more important for the company, like why would people would keep spending on the game, right? Any of these mobile games is always the same thing, right? Either it's gems or heroes or guns or weapons or whatever. The power creep will always happen. So if you guys see on my account, I only considered S tier gems that I think they are gonna be with us for a while. Because I cannot spend, like, the reason why I didn't pull for the Fated Trail First, Fated Trail is really good, especially when you are at high resonance, but it's niche for PvP. It's also good for PvE, but good for PvE if you are very high on resonance because of the the scaling. Also, it gives you like the roots and things. So there are some niche uses, but it's not like all around is S tier everywhere, right? Especially for my account. So, and on top of that, I think the Fated Trail will be power creeped very soon. So I always only pull for things that I feel like I'm gonna keep it for probably 2 or 3 years. I don't know if I'm gonna be playing in 2 or 3 years, right? Oh my god. They clickbait. That's another thing that made you stop spending. Also, the major thing, Michael, is that, and even for Bog, right? There are 1 and 2 stars in the game right now that are so strong that if you the only thing you want to do is damage. Like, just get like 2 stars, like damage and crits. And maybe like you'll have like maybe the Roiling Consequence or maybe like Bloodsoaked Jade and Mortal Hope or something like that. And we only have 8 slots. That's the thing. Nowadays there are so many good gems, 1, 2, and 5 stars. And we only have 8 slots. But with that in mind, I don't think we need more slots. I know a lot of people have been pushing this idea that, oh, we need like an extra slot, but I actually don't think so. I think it's nice to have that you're gonna get to a point. It's the same thing as, imagine like on Kaisar Rail, which you have a team of 4, and just because there are more heroes coming, all of a sudden you want to change the game, and now you're gonna have teams of 5 heroes. Or like on Raid Shadow Legend, just because there is multiple heroes now you don't want a team of 5, you want a team of like 7 or 10. Like, I think that's stupid. Like, it just changes like the whole game. It's nice to have more gems, so you also have more ways to build your character. Because also the way you build your character for the PvE is not the same that you build for PvP. And also the same way allows you to start being a bit more niche. Like, if I want to farm and all I want and I care is speed and AoE, I change my legendary setup. If I want to PvP, I change my legendary gem setup. If I want to do single target, I change my legendary gem setup, because now I have like more gems, so allows me to customize my legendary setup based like for that specific thing. But what people want is just like, oh bro, I just want the same build and I just want the same class, the same build and the same legendary gem. You know, that's what they want. For everything. They want the same build for farming, for dungeons, for raids, for PvP. And that's when, you know, like it's like mobile game in a way. I agree, but a small rework on the older gem wouldn't hurt. The purpose of the older gems, I mean, I don't think it will hurt as well. But I think make them as powerful or more powerful than the new gems will also be like kind of weird. I think what they have to do is maybe bring more value to the older gems than just putting them on the gem resonance slot. You know, because imagine like you spend like what, I don't know, like $3,000, 3,000 euros to get a rank 10, and then a new gem comes. and then you want a new gem, right? And you're gonna spend 3,000 more euros. And the best use for that gem that you spend 3,000 euros is to actually put them inside your legendary gem. And you get like maybe an extra like, I don't know, like 100 or 200 reso. It's like, you know. But I guess that's just how it is. Because in other games also that's what happens. Like you build a team, you build your characters, and then in the future you get other characters, and the characters that you built, they just get outdated. You spend to get the wolf heart, and then I never use it. But Michael, that's because you didn't watch my content. That's because before you were a spender, but you were not a legend. But if you are a legend and you are a spender, then you know where you're gonna put your money on. So the wolf heart it's not bad, but it is really, really niche, and you need to have it at a high rank. It's good in certain things. Raid is the same. Almost all of these games are the same. Like power creep will happen, metas will change, and you just have to be okay with that. Or at least before you put a lot of money on the game, just have in mind that the game can change and the meta can change, and whatever you're putting money on right now, there is no way that you can prevent that thing from becoming obsolete. The only thing you can do is making like an educated decision that whatever you're putting your resources on, it's gonna stay with you for a very long time. And that's why you want to like go and have like really high, like you want to put your resources and only get gems that are really cool, like really, really good, so it stays with you for many years. Yo, Vijit, what's up, man?
Noth, glad to be of service, my friend.
Okay, did I get anything? Why am I getting like these steel like gear from like the other difficulty? I'm kind of confused regarding that. Okay, that has 42 willpower and Skybreaker. So probably I'm gonna keep that for the bit.
Let us forge.
All right, legends. I kind of wanted to watch this video from Lawrence. I think he came out with a new build for the necromancer. I kind of wanted to check it out for dungeons.
Hi guys,
I guess summons.
Today's video.
I guess summons are still viable. I thought they got nerfed. Oh, he has 2 videos now, so he also has a raids build. So he has 2 builds. Okay, is there any other DI content that I can bring it up? Let me see. Let me type here. Diablo Immortal. No. Okay. Okay. Bro, there's no content for this game, boys. If your boy Indez is not creating content, there's no content. Okay, this probably is clickbait. I'm not gonna watch. Bros, we need more creators, man. We need more and we need better creators. That's what we need. Yeah. I guess there isn't much out there. Did Barda quit? I guess so. I mean that's the rumor, but you never know. You never know, man. I mean, honestly, it doesn't affect me at all. So like, it probably is not good for Blizzard. It's another like big boy that is quitting the game. So like, probably is not good for them. But for me, like, doesn't really matter. All right. Okay, so I was trying to find here some interesting content for the eye, but oh wait. Oh. Yeah. Oh my god, there is the new. There is the new. Wait. Okay, so there's gonna be the new expansion for Diablo 4. This came out like 50 minutes ago. Oh, launch trailer? I kind of... Chat, for some reason, I kind of wanted to try out like these new expansion. I think it could be cool. All right. Sneaky Tashi. Sneaky Tashi. Check him out. He does live Sneaky Tashi. This guy is trolling me. Oh, dude. Bro, you know, like his last video was like a year ago, right? I'm getting trolled. I'm getting trolled, chat. Check his live. I'm not, listen, I'm not gonna react to a live stream. What are you talking about? Like, this is wild. All right.
Fresh meat.
Yo, LCK, thank you so much, brother. All right, now I'm gonna do the YouTube intro, and then we're gonna watch here our boy Laurent. All right, legends. We have here a new necromancer build. This seems that's gonna be the new meta here from our boy Lord. Fuck, I fucked up. I fucked up the. I fucked up the scene. I wanted to go to this one. Okay, wait. Let me pull full screen. All right, ladies, it is time for a new necromancer dungeon build from our boy here, Laurent. Let's see what he actually gonna cook.
A new dungeon build for the necromancer. Now, this one is based on summons. You summoners have been asking for builds for so long, and I've actually had time to sit here, set up my gear, set up everything to get builds done. Now, you're going to have one for dungeons, which this one's going to be about. And then probably next week, we're going to have a raid version, guys. And the raid version is doing very well. But this dungeon version is an absolute blast. You may have seen me using it on my streams if you have been.
I thought that the summons, because of the attack speed from the Vitus, got nerfed. I didn't know like it was still viable.
Joining over the last week or so, and it's keeping up with the party. It's doing tons of damage. And it's an absolute blast to play. I actually kind of prefer this version at the moment of dungeon build, so I've been continuing to play it. So
Okay.
guys, let's jump in, show you what it's all about, and so you can then give me your comments.
Before I watch it, please tell me that doesn't have the Grim Sight. No, not the Grim Sight, the Corpse Lance with the spamming the Vortex. Because one of the reasons why I get annoyed of playing Necromancer in PvP and also in PvE is that keep spamming the freaking Corpse Lance all the time. I think it is very annoying.
This video. So skill wise, guys, what are you going to be using? You're going to be using double summons, because I think every summons build needs at least 2 summons. So we're using
my
Golem,
god, let's go.
we're using Mage, we're using
No
Corpse
more.
Explosion, and then
Yes.
Wraith Form. We're pairing it alongside with Soulfire, because I think it's just a really good option to use. Bone Spear,
No
I would
more.
use that for the raid build, and you'll see that
More
next week
flames.
when I release the next video. But Soulfire is definitely a dungeon build spell for sure. Now,
I
when it comes to the
wonder if
complete
this
setup
is
then, guys.
I wonder if this is good for like a early Necromancer though, because like Laurent is at the point, and I'm also getting to that point that I have to be careful whenever I make a build, because I am getting like so strong that like you guys just saw before, like I can run literally almost any build, even if it's not like optimized, and I'm just gonna destroy everything because the account is good.
Let's show you the exact setup you're going to be using. We've already talked about the skills. Let's talk about the legendary gear. So for Wraith Form,
Okay, so he's getting the attack speed from the shepherds. So he's saying, you know what? But the problem, like with the shepherd 6 pieces, not only has a bigger cooldown, but what happens is like, yours, it's kind of annoying because like he has 40 seconds cooldown, and then you get like your summons, and then your summon's gonna die, and then the other summon's gonna come, and it's not a permanent thing. So it gets to a point, like the good thing about the 4 pieces attack speed before was that you could have the attack speed buff always, all the time. So whenever you were spawning a new mage or a new like summon or a skeleton or whatever, all the time you were getting like the attack speed buff on them.
and we're going to be using Gallows Born so you can generate corpses as you move. You're also going to be using Grim Waltz to transform you into this spectral avatar, which is going to grant you movement speed, and it's going to replace your primary attack with these piercing spectral bolts. Now, some people say this is not that good, and I mean, I agree, in PvP this was bad, but I actually been having a blast with this doing dungeons. Then we're going to be using Revenant Wind, which is just going to give you that extra haunt when you go into Wraith Form to hit some enemies, just for that little bit of extra damage.
Okay.
Then for the Golem, the Helm, we're going to be using Decrepit Visage, so you get that raw to extend the duration of your mages.
So basically the pants and the main hand are just are kind of trash, and it's just using because there's nothing better.
Also going to be using Rotted Harvest to give you that unlimited Golem, which is actually going to consume corpses, and by doing so it's going to increase its size, its maximum life, damage and attack range, and it also slows enemies around it, which is really, really good. We're going to be popping in a Corrosive Slab just to make enemies more vulnerable when our Golem is around. Then for mages, we're using the Blackwall mages. These do a ton of damage, and they're still the top mage, I think, when it comes to doing this sort of build, guys. I wouldn't necessarily use these in PvP, but definitely in PvE, these are very, very strong. And then paired it all up with our shoulders, the Sated Devourer. This will generate corpses and increase your...
So this is the issue that I'm seeing, because it's gonna summon is skeleton mages. They are gonna get the attack speed from the 6 pieces V2s, but on the next cooldown they are not gonna have
movement speed and damage done. And the good thing is that you can...
But I don't think there's a better alternative.
Because our
Also,
Golem will consume the corpses. So that is the setup when it comes to your legendary gear. When it comes to the green sets, quite simply, you want to be taking 6-piece shepherds and 2-piece Vifus, guys. I've tried this with 4-piece shepherds, 2-piece Vifus, and 2-piece banquets. It's okay, but the damage did increase when I swapped into 6-piece shepherds, so it is very, very good. Now, let's talk.
I wonder if you could go like because it doesn't need the crit. Like at the end game, it doesn't need the 4 pieces crit. So I wonder if you could have like 2 shepherds, 2 banquets, 2 blood, and 2 V2s, or maybe like, yeah, that could be like something. That could probably be something.
Class of fixes before we start talking
I am not a fan of like 6 pieces shepherds, honestly.
about anything else. Your class of fixers, guys. I would recommend you getting at least 2 out of 4 skeletal mages, and even
So
if
they
you
don't
can
die?
get 4 out of 4, go for it, because mages are so vulnerable. You've got not very much control of them in a dungeon. Once they're attacking, they're attacking. You're not going to be able to move them. If they do get hit, they probably will go down. So if you can take 4 out of 4 of this skeletal mage class of fix, it's going to be good. The only other one I would say get is a couple of the command golem ones as well. Having that increased attack range is really, really good. It gives a lot more extra damage. And I did notice my damage increase after I got from 0 to 2 of these. Definitely worthwhile having a look at, guys.
It seems like getting okay. The golem, you don't need it, like, but like this is not like a really good magic affix. Like if you're trying to mid max your damage, right? But the reality is like you have to take it in a way, otherwise the skeleton mage will just die, and then you're pretty much fucked.
At least 2 out of 4 they do get hit, they probably will be really good. It gives legendary gems because you've got plenty of options here. You'll see my setup is this. We're using Colossus Engine, we're using Blood Flow, we're using Spectre Glass.
Okay, so he's using the Colossus mainly for movement speed, and the rest is just fine.
Using Leviathan's Tomb, Pain Clasp, Haunt Coil, Roiling Consequences, and Blood-Soaked Jade. Now, some of you may not have all of these gems, but you can mix it up a little bit. If you've got things like, if you're a lower spender and you've still got Berserker's Eye, use it. If you've got a Bloody Reach, use it. If you've got a Follower's Burden, use it. Because if you haven't got all of this particular setup, you're going to need to use some of those gems. So definitely think about switching some of them out, guys, if you don't have them. I mean, you could even go as far. I don't know about the new gem yet, guys. I haven't really tested it with this build. It's an okay gem. I wouldn't rank it very highly though. So if you are going to ask me about this gem,
don't do it.
I would say this is probably a C or a B tier gem.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't necessarily
C-tier.
use it with this build.
That's right.
But other gems I would use, you could definitely put in, if you don't have a much crit hit chance, put in a Mother's Lament. You do get a lot of crit hit chance from other places here, but if you're still low on your enchanting and things like that, pop in a Mother's Lament.
Oh, okay. So I see. I think I see what he did. So he removed. Okay, so he put it like 4 pieces shepherds, which gives him the crit from the summons, and then he removed the Mother's Lament. It's because he doesn't need it, basically. Because if you're getting crit from the 4 pieces,
absolutely fine to use. You've got lots.
And then
of
you just put a
options.
damage gem and you're fine.
Pop it in. If you've got an Echoing Shade and you've not got anything else, pop it in. But this here is what I've found.
Bro, Lauren, why you? Huh? So wait, you have a rank 10 Mother's Lament, and you're using Pain Clasp? Huh? Like the thing is, like the multiplier of the Mother's Lament will be so much higher. Like higher damage values will make like the whole setup like do way more higher damage, because like everything gets inflated. I will personally not be using the Pain Clasp rank 10 if I had a Morn Skull rank 10. Absolutely not.
This particular setup is what I found to do best for me. You have to test a lot, guys. I've always saying this in a lot of my build videos. Test when it comes to your gems.
Probably he will do even more damage if he replaces the Colossus and he puts the Morn Skull. But then it loses the mobility, and I love mobility and the end game, and I think Laurent also does. So that's one of the main reasons why we at the end game we use the Colossus. It like because sometimes the skill damage doesn't work with like certain builds, like primary attack builds or even like summon damage, but the mobility is so good that we're still gonna use it.
Because I don't have the same setup as you. If you are questioning anything and you're not too sure, jump into my Discord and we'll go through things with you. Now, another important aspect, guys, is reforges, and I still haven't finished all of mine. This is the reforge setup I would recommend you get. You want summons damage, you want beneficial effect duration increased, you want crit hit damage, all skills, and primary attack damage. That is a perfect setup when it comes to this sort of build. Now, you want that on all 8 slots. I still haven't finished mine. You will still see here that I've got some here, enemies suffering loss of control and damage to demons.
The thing is like these damage loss of control, and they are like I think also damage to demons. They do not work with summons. That's why he has to go with something like that. But that's like also another problem with summon builds is that a lot of like these damage, it doesn't work on the summons. Like Fervent Fang doesn't work on the summons. So it makes it like so hard to build for these summons build. I made a podcast with Ardent, and at the end we were actually speaking about like the summons builds and the problems that they exist with it. That summons builds could be like so powerful, but because they do not scale with the power of your character like really well, but they also don't get like these benefits like damage to loss of control.
These two definitely do not work with summons, guys. So you don't want these. And attack speed, you want to get rid of that as well. The only ones you want to see on every single piece is this. Like I said, on this piece here, this is the perfect setup. Min-max it to your best. That's how you want it on every single piece, guys. And that's the one that I've got the most damage from. Paragon. Another big one.
Yeah, I'll probably never. I will never build a summons reforce set because like first is very costly. It takes a lot of resources, and I don't even think it's like that worth it though.
This is the setup you want. I don't want to see anyone using these two. These two do not work with summons, so don't use them, guys. They do not work. They still do not work. Pointless using them. Use this setup here. So we've got Uncanny, Unseen Dynamism, Gifted, Fury, and then Superiority. This is the perfect setup for getting the most damage out of your summons. And then we've paired it with Overloaded, guys, because we're going to be doing primary attacks. This is going to be great for this build. You could pair it up with this as well, Shepherd and Protector, if you find your summons are dying very quickly when you first summon them.
Wait, is
but
it
the
going to
downside
start?
to this is it only lasts 3 seconds. I think this one's probably going to be...
Is this that build that you're able to primary attack while we're walking? Because I remember like I was in the train with Ardent, and it told me about these new necromancer answers that you are able to shoot primary attacks while walking.
Be the
so
go-to for
I guess
most
it's those pants, right?
Warband Room, guys. This is another important one that people tend to forget about. I would recommend Attacker if you've got enough movement speed and you feel you can keep up with the party. But Protector is also good because it increases your size so you can move faster. Size makes you move faster. Familiars, it goes without saying, you want one with lingering wounds because then you're going to be doing more damage overall. But guys, that is the build in a nutshell. That is everything. We've gone over the skills, the legendary gear. We've gone over your set items.
Let's play.
An absolute blaster. When you come into a dungeon, make sure your summons are already out before you queue up, because they will stay summoned.
So you are walking and you're just shooting primary attack.
So you're jumping your golem to where it needs to go.
So it's like the Tempest?
Up, summon a new one. It's always good to summon a new one, because that way you can make sure you've always got the maximum up. Because sometimes they do die and there's no real way of tracking how many you've got, which is super annoying.
Starting with the previous build is killing it. But the thing is, like, I think like the resolve may be
just
faster.
Run through and cast.
So I feel like this one, it is more chill, you know, because like that's the thing about summons builds. They are like pretty chill to play with. But I don't know if like resolves builds, you just go and you just blast them
while moving your primary, which is really good. We should get a legendary there. Nice. First one of the day. Let's go. Keep casting.
I never attack these mobs. I always go straight up to the elevator. But this instance is kind of cool. It kind of opens up like new possibilities though.
Gotta love the elites. Need all them elites.
Yeah, he's trying to get that legendary rune, boys.
And you should see my summons now reset.
You know what? He should have put it on this video, the elevator music in this part. You know, like, you know when you go into the elevator and there's like that weird music? Because look at this. Just silence. It'll be so cool. Like,
and you should see my summons now respawn. There they are. Let's go. Lots of damage.
That was funny.
Another pack of elites.
The primary attack does actually really good damage. Wow. That's kind of crazy, though. it doesn't do like millions of damage.
Remember, like I said, every cooldown you want to be making sure you summon a new mage.
Yo,
'Cause they do
Matan,
get
what's up,
hit
man?
occasionally, and then you will lose one and not realize it, and you will lose damage.
We're watching here like a new build for the necromancer. Let's checking out like from Lawrence.
Trapped. We're out.
But it looks freaking slow. But I mean, I guess like it's because he's killing all the elites, right? Like I don't think if they weren't the elites, probably you will not be killing them. That's my guess.
See how the boss goes.
A single target is probably going to do a lot of damage, for sure.
And on this one, I've noticed the summons actually kind of get pushed back. They teleport backwards so they don't die. It's like a really cool thing they added in. Look, every time.
Oh.
The worst thing that can happen though, guys, is you die because then all your summons despawn. So try not to die.
So how many mages does he has? Like 5? 4 or 5? I can't really see.
That is a simple dungeon guide, guys. It's so easy to play. You just, like I say, you're going to be using your cooldowns, making sure you summon a new mage up all the time, making sure they're always there, keeping up your wraith form so you can always cast them piercing bolts, and then keeping up your
in single target you're probably going to do a lot of
damage. And look, 60% mage damage. This is insane. 60% of my damage was cast by mage.
I mean, this seems like a very chill, like chill to play, like build, right? You don't have to keep like spamming all the time. All you need to do is just like press your primary attacks and keep like using the cycles. I'll probably give it a shot whenever I'll go back to the necromancer. So boys, don't forget to also go drop the like and the sub if you still didn't, and also give a shout out to my Laurent. I'm gonna drop his channel down below. Thank you. All right, so we watched this one. Chat, I also was curious to check it out like the other one. So this is the dungeon build. And it just came out today with this one for raid. So we also gonna check it out. I don't know if probably it's gonna be similar, right? Yo, Gus fan, thanks for absolutely destroying my team in the BGs yesterday. You're welcome. I actually know exactly. If you go back on the stream, Gus fan, I was actually streaming, so you will see yourself getting killed by me. It was not personal. It just you know how it is, man. All right, let's watch the raids one. All right, ladies. Now we're gonna see the big max DPS build for raids for necromancer. We have here. Oh fuck! I fucked up again. I changed to the wrong scene. All right, we do it again. You guys can say hi to YouTube if you want. We're farming. We're farming Echo. We're farming live. You know how it is. You know how it is getting those reactions. All right, ladies, we're gonna watch now the max DPS build for Necromancer. We have a new one coming here from our boy Lawrence. And this one seems a spicy one.
Today's video, we're going to be bringing you the Necromancer Summoner raid build, as promised last week when I released the Summoner dungeon build. And I think the response that the summoners have given me from these builds have been absolutely amazing, guys. I think summoners are still in a very good position. And I think, yeah, if you enjoy playing summons, you're going to love these builds. And I think even if you don't, this raid build is absolutely tremendous. What the damage it does is absolutely insane. We will show you the dummy damage, the raid dummy damage that has been putting out. And then we're going to take you into the raid environment as well, guys. We're going to do a full run of I11 so you can see exactly the damage it's putting out. But guys, without further ado, let's jump into it and show you exactly what you're going to be using. So when it comes to the skills then, guys, just as in the dungeon build, it's a dual summon setup, which is pure summon to me. You've got the golem, you've got the mages, we've got Bowmore this time round.
So he's going to bring the minions as well with the corpse explosion.
Along with Corpse Explosion and Bone Spear. Bone Spear, very important here because you're going to be using it to break the enemy's armor, which is definitely something that's going to cause you to do more damage.
Just be careful with these. Just make sure, because this doesn't stack. If you're already at 120 crit hit damage, this will not work. So if you are at crit hit damage cap, probably it's better to bring the poison one, the one that's going to apply the poison.
Now, when it comes to the gear, guys, the chest piece you're going to be using is the Jira plate, which is going to release this tombstone from bone wall, which is going to then raise the zombies up from any corpses that you've got on the ground, which is going to slow the enemies, and it's going to attack the targets, doing tremendous amount of damage. It's insane how much these zombies do. Absolutely insane. Then the leg piece, guys, works hand in hand with the chest piece. You're going to be using bone wall again. Obviously, it's going to cast, or it's going to generate 4 nearby corpses when cast, which is then going to activate the chest piece straight away as soon as you start that interaction with a raid boss or the dummy. We're then using the Shield of Grim Inheritance. Your bone wall increases the damage of your nearby summons by 20%, but they also take that extra 20% damage. But you can mitigate that by one of the class affixes, which we're going to go through shortly as well. The helm is going to be for the golem, the decrepit visage. Your golem's going to roar to extend the duration of your mages by a few seconds. And then the golem itself, you're going to be taking the rotted harvest for the devouring golem, which is going to be...
Is there not a better option for the helmet? Like, you really need to have it? Because, like, if you have enough cooldown, can't you just keep spamming, like, the skeletons? And, like, and to keep them alive, like, all the time? Like, do you really need this one? I don't know. Maybe there's no better option for the helmet, though.
Your golem's going to roar to extend the duration of your mages by a few seconds, and then the golem itself, you're going to be taking the rotted harvest for the devouring golem, which is going to be unlimited duration, which is going to also consume nearby corpses to increase its size, maximum life, damage, and attack range. Then we're going to be using Wicked Husker, as I mentioned a minute ago, for Bone Spear. This is going to break the enemy's armor to cause them to take extra damage from that crit hit damage. Then we've got good old Sated Devourer, which is probably the best essence they've added in a very long time. Going to cause you to spawn loads of corpses, increase your damage done, and...
These essence alone, it is the definition of power creep in Diablo Immortal. Like, before in the past, you added instances that was increase damage, or increase movement speed, or increase whatever, right? Or generate corpses, right? Now you have a instance that does 60% increased damage, 60% movement speed, and it generates corpses. It's this instance, it is absolutely insane.
Movement speed as well. Then you've got Blackwall mages, which to me are the best mages you can take in a summoner build because they just deal so much damage with them beams, and they can also target multiple enemies. Now, set items, guys, we've got 2-piece Vifus and 6-piece Shepherds, just like the summons build. I did try this with 2-piece Banquet instead of the 6-piece Shepherds. We went down to 4, and to be honest, it was very lackluster. The 6-piece Shepherds, I mean, is very, very strong. Then, guys, class affixes. I did just mention those a second ago. Class affixes. The Skeletal Mage Absorb Shield here is really, really strong when it comes to even just doing dungeons or raids, either one. I would recommend trying to get as many as possible because it's going to help your mages survive. But I would say as well, with mages, press that mage on cooldown when you're doing the raid bosses or in dungeons. Not necessarily on a dummy because they're not despawning by taking damage. But in raids, definitely use it because if you lose one and you don't notice it, at least you know on cooldown you're getting to get refresh one. There's no easy way of tracking the summons really, because especially when you're in a raid, you've got all of these spells being cast. You can't really see the health bars of your summons.
Also,
I wish they would make it easier for us to track that we've got 6 mages out, so you could then know when to spawn a new one. The other class of
like you were running and then he comes and tries to chase you, but sometimes they are slow.
You should go for is the command golem. The size increased by 10% and extending the range of its attacks. This was really good. I was surprised how good this was, especially when AoEing, because the attacks just do so much more damage. I would say try and take 2 out of 4, but depends on how many of the mage ones you need to go for. Then, guys, let's talk about the legendary gems that I am using. So, legendary gems I'm using is Colossus Engine. Some of you will scratch your head on this one, but if you've been playing Summoner for a very long time, will know that Blackwall mages are skill-based. So the Colossus Engine is a really good gem to take. Then we're taking Blood Flow. We're taking Spectre Glass, Leviathan.
Wait. Are they? So the Blackwall mages, it's considered a skill? Wow. I actually thought that he was just using for the movement speed. That's actually very interesting. That makes like that build way better. Does Mother's Lament work with summons? Yeah.
Tomb, Pain Clasp, Haunt Coil,
I mean, I don't think he buffs the summons. I think he buffs yourself, right? I actually don't know. But it should, it should, in my opinion. There's no reason not
Broadening
to.
Consequences and Bloodsoaked Jade, guys. Now, if you don't have all of these, you can take some of the other gems. You could take in here Entropic Well. If you don't have a Colossus Engine, you could take in a Berserker's Eye as well. There's so many you could put in here, guys. I mean, I wouldn't recommend things like Viper's Bite, but you could put in a Bloody Reach. You could put in a Follower's Burden. If you really are desperate as well, I mean...
You also have Entropic Well, Berserker's Eye, Pain
extra
Clasp.
damage by 3%. You know, you're going to get the increase in duration of these summons, but they're pretty much up all of the time anyways because of the golem, but you're going to get that increase 3% if you're really desperate when it comes to stuff, guys. Feel free to mess around with the gems, guys. I always say with gems, test, test, and test, because your gems are going to be different to my gems, and I only can go by the results that I get. But I would say that this is going to be a pretty good setup for most gear levels and most reso levels, guys. Reforges are another one, guys, and I'm still working on these myself. Reforges, I would recommend doing this particular setup. Your damage done by your summons increase.
These here, guys, it's mainly and specific for summons, okay? So if you're not playing a summons build, don't get these ones, okay? Because these are very, very niche. And if you're playing any other build, you want to go with damage, loss of control, damage to demons, like with the Vengeance set, probably is going to be better for you.
And I did change the Paragon. You'll see on my dungeon build, I did change a part of the Paragon. So we're going to be using Uncanny, Unseen Dynamism, Gifted, Bloodthirst, and Superiority. Now, we was using Fury, but I have since found out that Fury does not work while you're using Shepherds. So swap out from Fury
because
and
it doesn't
take the
stack.
Bloodthirst.
Because the crit buffs, they do not stack with each other.
I believe it
basically.
was. Make sure you're just using this setup.
It's the same with the 4 pieces Glooms or 4 pieces Banquets.
And when it comes to the legendary trait, I'm using Overloaded. I think that's probably the best one to go for in here. Some people would say take Shepherd and Protector, but this only lasts for the first 3 seconds when they're first summoned. So, I mean, it's up to you.
I'll not take
I would
that.
say go for Overloaded. Warband Room, it goes without saying, guys, take Attacker because you're doing raids. You want to be able to put out as much damage as you possibly can. And then the Familiars, make sure you're using a Familiar that's got Lingering Wounds, even if it's a lower level Lingering Wounds, because it's still going to increase the amount of damage you're doing.
Or if you're like me, you can also take the Savior, okay? Just take the Savior so you don't get one-shotted, especially if you are new to the game, okay, and you don't have like that OP-ness character, just bring the Savior so you're a bit more safe, okay? And you let anyone else in the party do more damage.
But guys,
and also there's another thing, because Lingering Wounds does not stack, so if your Lingering Wounds is dog shit, it probably is better to not even use it.
I think that covers pretty much everything when it comes to the build. Let's show you exactly what it does on the target dummy. Now, we will be using the raid dummy because obviously it's a raid build. The first thing you'll see as I go in is I'm going to put my bone wall down and then use Corp Explosion.
He's gonna
because
put
then that's going to buff the zombies that start coming out. It's definitely the way to do it. So let's give it a go. Let's see what happens.
The boner wall. Give me that.
Now, you want to try and get as close as you can to the target, because then you can make sure you're hitting.
Okay, I see why he has the helmet. So, like this, is actually able to engage. Because he has here the range from the golem will also like help to stay here with the skeletons. So, like this, he actually doesn't go to the dummy and start summoning. He already brings all the 6 mages with him, which are gonna give them
because then that's gonna
burst.
buff the zombies that start coming out.
Okay,
it's definitely the way to do it. So let's give it a go. Let's see what happens.
I think like if he actually even put it like the poison main hand on the bone spear, probably it will do more damage. Okay, change the skill.
Now you want to try and get as close as you can to the target, because then you can make sure you're hitting with your bone spear.
I think this damage is gonna be like
Damage
actually
is looking pretty tidy. We'll get them burst phases comes up as the gems start to proc.
Yeah, I also like the 6 pieces shepherds.
So it's 600 million halfway through, 650 million halfway through. We're looking pretty good on
so
the numbers.
he's not even using damage to loss of control, so it doesn't even matter here.
We got another burst phase coming up.
So basically, just a primary attack, and you let your summons do the rest, right?
1.1 billion. We're coming to 5 seconds left. 1.2 billion. And there's the minute. So we've got 1.2 billion, 19.66 million per second. The mage is doing 52.7% of the damage, along with Bone Wall doing 32% of the damage. Absolutely insane.
I thought he was actually going to do more damage, though. So I can assume that probably if he goes to the other dummy, maybe he's going to do maybe like 1.6, 1.7 million. Right? Because there's like other things like damage loss of control works on that dummy. Also, like I think like he has less resistance and things, so probably he's maybe gonna do more damage on the other one.
Guys, this 1.2 billion, I think the most I have seen it was about 1.3, maybe 1.4 at the very push, depending on how the kind of flow went. You know what it's like with doing raid dummies, but I do want to show you it in a raid environment as well, guys. So let me find a raid and then we can go ahead and show you that. So guys, here we go. Full raid group made. Let's see how they do.
Oh my god. So I saw this today. Laurent was in the chat asking for people to do raids. And I was like, what? Why is Laurent asking for people to do raids? Because like I was like, doesn't he has like a warband? But then like this was like a 2 seconds, and then I just kept doing what I was doing. Okay. But now I understand. Because me and him, we are from the same server, okay? So he was recording. So he was making the raid to
There
record.
was no CR requirement, so I didn't even check. We're just going to see how they actually do. You can
also,
see
like,
the
these bosses pretty
performance of this
tank and spank. Is he going to kill, like, is the guy is going to kill
Making
the
sure that
skeletons?
I put up my bone wall every time. And summon a new mage every single time as well is always a good idea, like I said before.
All right.
Damage is looking very, very good. I'm just still surprised about the summons damage, guys. It's so good.
Which build is better? Is this
shock when I
better
see
than
how good
the
it
ones
was.
that Aura did?
But there's the first one done. Nice and easy. Let's see how it goes on the second one.
Oh, the freaking frog, man. I hate
Let's see
whenever
how
he
quick I
starts
can
sleeping.
catch Pappy Smurf up. I mean, it didn't take very long.
The thing is, like, the summons are, like, just always popping off damage, right?
Oh, don't die.
Oh,
Nice.
don't die. Otherwise, you're going to lose... If he
Nearly
dies,
a
you lose
goner.
all the summons. He cannot die.
Then just let the mages do their thing. Because they will attack multiple targets with this build. It's great.
By the way, if you bring this build into,
Pick on the
like,
boss,
Wild
and
Brawl,
again, Bone Wall.
it's so OP. I'm sure, like, every single
and
one of
easy.
you guys already faced a necromancer with all of these
Definitely
summons.
not a fluke.
Okay, I'm sure, like, I'm not gonna watch all the raids, okay? I'm sure, like, he was top DPS, like, in all of that. I just want to go here and, like, let me see the final thoughts.
New additions to the build. Maybe new set pieces, maybe new essences that we've got coming up soon in I-12 would be really, really nice. But let me know your thoughts down below. And if you do like the content I bring, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel.
Damn
and if
right.
you haven't done,
Bring that like and the sub to Laurent if you still didn't. Legends, also, if you guys enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to also drop me a like and a sub. Drop it down below. Which is the best build? Is it going to be Laurent's or is the one from Orit? Just putting some drama at the end, boys. Just putting some drama. So boys, we gotta just in time. Just in time. The food is ready. I gotta go, boys. I gotta go in 45 minutes. Also, there's gonna be the match. Legends, this was a great stream. Probably I'm gonna be starting to stream more often and maybe a bit earlier around like this time. Like we started today. We started a bit earlier. This used to be actually like my normal time that I used to stream. Then I started to stream a bit more late and later and later. But yeah. Legends, if you guys have actually any content at all, like from not only from Diablo Immortal, but from other things that you guys would like me to react, you guys can actually go here to my Discord, and you guys can put it here. And this is usually where I check. So for example, this one, this I was not streaming as much, so we did. I think did we watch this one? I don't think we did, but this was like, we are outdated, so I'm probably gonna clean it up like this thing. So yeah, if you guys have any reactions, just put it here. Probably gonna start checking out like 1 or 2 reactions every single day. You know, make it things more fun. And yeah, Legends, I hope you guys have a great day, great afternoon, or great night, wherever you guys are in the world. And I also want to give a shout out to LCK as well, Kraken Dog, for the legendary support. Thank you so much, boys. Have a good evening, good afternoon, and good night wherever you are. Peace.